Welcome back. Welcome back. How y'all doing today, fellas?
All right, man.
Episode 20, putting up points.
Featuring Myles Mack.
Yeah,
Sir,
number
dub
20, Dubsky, featuring the great Myles Mack.
Don't hype me that much.
He said,
Don't hype me.
Nah, but I'm
He
Myles
said he ain't
Mack
backing that.
from Paterson, New Jersey. I'm 29 years old. And I grew up in Paterson my whole life around these guys, these good guys. So
Oh, man.
surrounded by
Sure.
some good company today.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Absolutely.
He did the throwback his hoop group thing.
Quick 30,
Class of 21.
light 30.
Quick 30 ball. Right?
Something light.
All right, man. So, we had how was everybody week this week? My fault to cut you off, Moody.
Nah, I wasn't about to say anything.
Oh, all right. Picked it up. I was like, all right, my fault. Well, how's everybody week?
Our week was chill. I worked out a couple times.
Yeah.
I did some yoga today, so
Fire.
I'm in a good mood right now.
Got you.
Yo, you ever try hot yoga?
Yeah, that's what I do. I do hot yoga.
Tough.
It's right in Rutherford, Fire Shaper. I think it's
Oh,
one in
that's the
North
spot that I
Melbourne,
saw.
too.
Okay, got
So
you.
I usually go there. I haven't been going, but this is my first time going back since I've been home. So
Yeah,
was
word.
good.
Welcome home, bro.
Yeah,
appreciate
welcome
it.
back.
Welcome home.
You learning
Man.
new languages?
I know a few words. Like I understand them more than I
Oh,
can
word?
speak it. Yeah, but like French, I was in France this year in Hungary, so like if somebody said something in front of me, I would know what they're talking about most of the time.
That's fire.
I always wanted to learn
Okay.
French.
French is like one of the hardest languages to learn.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That
I
joke
took it
sounds
in high
hard.
school. Huh?
Word. It sounds like whatever.
Oui.
Wait, you wear that shirt?
Rudy, come back.
That's as far as this
Yeah,
French
those are all the
goes.
whites, though.
French fries and Rudy Gobert. That's all for. I don't know.
Chill, French fries.
So, Myles, man, my question, well, I hate saying that, but when did you start playing basketball? For people that don't know you.
I started playing basketball when I was like 4. I mean, you could not really play then, but getting into the game, just my father bringing me around, playing basketball. He used to play in like older leagues when he was coming up, so just probably like 4 or 5 years old when I first got introduced to the game.
Got you. Like, what made you interested in the game?
Honestly, it wasn't even me interested. My father.
It's like, here.
I didn't really know much about it until they brought me around it.
Mhm.
And like my father and mother, they just always kept us in sports, so we wouldn't get in trouble, and we just got good at it. So we just stuck to it, and it was fun. So we just kept at it forever.
Got you. Any other sports you played besides like basketball growing up?
Yeah, I played football and baseball growing up too, up until like 8th grade. And then I stopped because I wanted to focus more on basketball because I felt like it was the most fun for me. So focusing on basketball was like my main priority going into high school. Because in 8th grade, I had got my first offer from Georgetown. And that's when I was like, I just want to focus on basketball, just strictly basketball. And that's what I did.
So football never was like.
I mean, a bunch of schools when I was in 8th grade wanted me for football. Like Bosco wanted me heavy for football. St. Joe's, Bergen, they all wanted me to come.
What position?
For wide receiver and corner. And I don't know, it just wasn't, I wasn't feeling football that much after 8th grade. It was just.
Got you.
Man, could you imagine yourself as a football player, though? As
Yeah.
opposed to a basketball player?
I still imagine.
Yeah.
Bro. He played with me on my team. And Jason and
Bro, he
everything.
was.
Nah, he was
You know what
like
I mean?
that. He was like that.
I
He
be
could
telling
play
people
kicker
I
and
used
all
to
that.
play- I used to-
You just pulled the Anthony Edwards. Where the bag was at.
Exactly.
Bro,
Yeah.
he was.
But nah, yeah, in football I was good too. Like, from when I was grown, like 7 till my 8th grade year until I stopped playing. Like, I was pretty good playing football too. So,
Yeah. And
but I just stopped. So,
and for people that don't know, like what AAU team you play for?
growing up, I played for the Players Basketball Club. It was a historic club out of Paterson, New Jersey, but it's no longer a club anymore. Because I think they're going through some issues with the naming and stuff. But I played for Players Basketball Club from like 10 to 17. So all of my AAU time I played
Yeah.
with the players.
And then city leagues.
City League, I played with PAL, Police Athletic League. My father and my uncle was the coaches. My father.
They said cut the cameras. That's
I ain't gonna say
crazy.
that. I ain't gonna say
Cut the cameras is definitely crazy.
Nah, my father and my uncle was the coaches there, so that was we grew up. Most of my family grew up playing on that team. So like me, all my cousins, my brother, we all grew up playing on that team. So it was good that my father and my uncle was the ones that, was the two leading the program at the time.
Something else that I wanted to ask you was, do you remember what your rank was like going into like high school?
When I was going into high school, when I
Like-
was in 8th, I think I was number 13 in the nation at the time. Going into high school.
That's tough.
Yeah, 8th grade, I was that whole year, like that whole 7th and 8th grade year. Those was like my best middle school years when I really started making a name for myself. When I was going to camps in like Cali, like I ain't really know nothing about it. I used to just like playing, but
He was like, I'm just gonna cook everybody.
Kyle Anderson's dad, like he was like big in with Adidas, and like the older team of us was Adidas, so he knew about all the camps and all that stuff. So he asked me if I wanted to go to a camp in Cali. It was like the junior phenom camp when I was in 7th grade. Yeah, 7th. And I went out there and I was just killing. And that's when like everybody started noticing me and stuff. Like 7th grade for real.
So the majority of not majority, but like you started making more noise on the AAU circuit versus like middle school. Like
Yeah, on the
city league
AAU
type?
circuit, on the AAU circuit, I started making more noise because like Tub, Dobie, and all that. That's just like Paterson. I already had a name for myself in Paterson, but I just wanted to like see
Expand.
how good I really
Yeah.
was. So I wanted to go to like different camps and just like just test my talent out.
How was it playing against like elite level players like that?
It was at
a
first
young age
like because at first it wasn't really tough because I was playing AAU already, so it was most of the players we already seen. But you ain't really, like, you get to go against them, but you got other good talent on your team too. So it's like, you got to learn how to play within like with other players that's talented rather than like, and
You being a star kind of thing.
me being a star on every team I play for, getting used to playing with different types of players and stuff like that. So it was good for me. I liked it a lot.
Any of those players you still talk to nowadays or no?
Bro, it's a bunch, bro. To be honest with you,
To
yeah.
everybody.
Like one of my boys, Jabari Hines, we grew up playing a lot. Dude, Stevie Taylor, Trey Burke, them was like the ones that was at those camps in like middle school. There was a couple other people, but those are the main ones that was there that I really, I was cool with. That was
Like
chill.
gel with and all that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Got you. Oh, I think you about to say something, Jay.
Nah, I was waiting on you.
Oh, okay. Nah. I was gonna say, what made you pick Paterson Catholic out of all the schools? 'Cause I'm pretty sure you had other schools. What other schools did you have too, by the way? Yeah, for high school.
Why
High
pick
school?
the powerhouse? Did you just
That's
ask?
down
No,
the,
At the
that's
time-
down
no,
the street
no,
from his
nah,
house.
nah. Wait.
They wasn't really a
The powerhouse.
They
They wasn't yet. They wasn't yet.
It was like we was like on a kind of rebuilding
Yeah.
stage because that's when D-Star first came.
I mean, I was in high school before you. I was
Yeah.
still getting smacked. By people. So
Yeah,
I
we-
liked it. That shit was a powerhouse.
Like we played like local teams and stuff, but we wanted to like make a name for ourselves, like national.
Yeah.
So that's what happened like my junior year. But back to what you were saying.
Why'd you pick Paterson Catholic?
yeah,
And what other schools did you have? though?
I had mostly all the top
Catholic schools, yeah.
top Catholic schools around. St. Pat, St. Benedict's, not St. Anne's really. Like, I never really spoke to them before that situation, but
Yeah.
just like St. Pat's, St. Benedict's, Bosco, Paterson Catholic, Paramus Catholic, like those type of schools.
Yeah.
And what made me pick Paterson Catholic was I was originally going to Paramus Catholic, but then my brother transferred to Paterson Catholic, so I wanted to play with him for his senior year when I was a freshman. So
Yeah.
that was really why I went there. but it was
What
either
other
gonna be
one?
Paramus or Paterson Catholic.
It's
So
a
it was
PC.
nowhere else.
Yeah, PC,
Not to
PC.
cut you off, but I remember that, bro.
It was between the two. Like, if my brother would have stayed at Paramus Catholic for his senior year, that's where I would have went.
Dre was at Paramus Catholic at that point,
Yeah,
right?
Dre was there. Justin, they had a nice little team.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but how was that sharing a backcourt with your brother for his senior year?
That was tough, bro. Cause that
They had
never
Jordan, too.
happened before. Like,
Yeah.
I never played with my brother. He was 3 years older than me, so growing up, this midget. I'm at Pee Wee lightweight. I'm at Pee Wee midget lightweight, and he was 3 years older than me, so he was always in a team above me. So it was crazy. The chemistry was there because playing in our backyard all the time.
Shout out to
Just-
Wayne Mack,
Yeah, shout out to
Word.
to the
Yeah,
big
playing
bro
in the
Wayne
backyard
Mack.
all the time. It's just the chemistry was always there. We always got along. We never had no type of issues with each other, like playing and nothing. We always just got better. That's what I feel like.
I always
Yeah.
found that
That's
dope,
dope,
bro.
man.
Word.
Nah, it was actually dope to like see. too.
Facts.
For me to go there and see that, it was
Bro, I used to pull up to the games just for that and then get 40 by him in his backyard. So it didn't we was the pregame warm up, bro.
And I know your family's super competitive.
Yeah.
You and your brother 1-on-1 back in the day.
Nah, he
Who
was
got
tough.
the advantage?
When we was younger.
Wayne is gonna see this,
probably-
by
he
the way.
probably-
Hold on,
probably got-
you heard that? He said when we was younger. What that mean? What that mean?
I ain't gonna lie.
When we was younger, he like it used to be good games, but he used to win most of the time. Like, because when I was growing, like 5th grade, when he was in like 8th, I couldn't really shoot yet. Like, and he always could shoot since we was younger. So he was just a better shooter than me. So it was easier for him because he had a smooth game. He could shoot and he could get to the basket.
He
so.
jumped high as hell when he shoot.
Kept playing football, so
He
was
jumped.
strong as shit.
He jumped high as hell when he used to shoot. I was like,
Bro.
damn.
That's why I jump so high.
Bro,
Them
jump
dog
high
battles,
as
bro.
hell.
That shit
Wayne
made you,
jump
though.
high as
Them
hell
dog
when
them
he
battles,
fucking
really-
them
that shit
horse
dope.
games would go on for hours between them two.
Yeah, especially in the backyard because we shooting every day.
I watched Miles
It's-
shoot
it's
over
basically
the.
the first person that missed. You know how it is. Like,
I watched
in your
Miles shoot
backyard,
over the back
you know, all
whole
the spots
garage
and
and
everything.
make it all net, bro.
So like with a crack guy.
Yeah, everything. So we used to be out there 24/7
all day, bro.
all day till the sun went down. Still,
Ball is life.
yeah, facts.
After you got Georgetown, when was your next offer from like school wise?
My next offer was probably like my freshman year.
Mm.
I can't think of who though, but I know it was a bunch. Like my freshman year, I had a couple of schools. My freshman year, but sophomore year, that's when it started to really kick up. When I started getting like all the teams around the area, all the teams in New York, like Fordham, St. John's, and stuff like that. Rutgers, Seton Hall. Stuff like yeah.
Gotcha.
Like my sophomore year, I only really had like the metropolitan area schools.
Gotcha.
I was
Do,
gonna say
do you
something.
know what your averages were from like your freshman year to your sophomore year? If it was like
I think it was around like
In
like
college or
15.
in high school.
in high school,
In high school, my freshman year, I probably was averaging like like 6, bro. Because we had my brother, we had Jordan.
Jordan, it was crazy.
Yeah,
Lance,
so we had
all of them.
they had a
The team was
crazy
crazy.
squad. And I was
Jayon,
just,
Fool,
I was just
Jermaine.
I was basically just sitting back learning, really, like
Just taking it all
that's
in.
why I really wanted to go there because I would learn from like Jordan. Would always looked up to him. He was always around. He played with the players for a little
Shout out to
bit.
Jordan Theodore. He was
Right.
ridiculous. Jordan was a bucket.
I got cooked by him in City League.
He
too.
was
We ain't gonna talk about
ridiculous.
that,
Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
Well, he still is.
He was there,
ridiculous.
so I was just just learning as we go. Coach D-Star was always type to just let the players kind of lead and like we eat off of that. And everybody just kept getting better every year. So my sophomore year I was averaging like 15. That was my average from freshman
Yeah.
year to sophomore.
I was about to say it was
Sophomore
like
year, I
15.
because it was a lot easier for me because going against my brother and Jordan every day, it just was preparing me for
A lot
when
of
I
stuff.
get thrown in the fire.
A lot
I
of
told
stuff
people
slowed
I
down
said
for
that
you.
practice
Yeah.
was like an all-star game. They thought I was joking. Practice was
Big
like an all-star game.
TJ.
Yeah, practices used to be crazy.
Watch your head because you will get dunked on too. But I think that's what made y'all so good because y'all really played like y'all was playing the game. Like y'all practiced like y'all played.
Yeah, it was just fun.
It was like really
It
intense.
was just fun. For
Yeah.
us, right? We
Mhm.
were just having fun out there. It was no kind of pride in a way or like no egos really. It was just basketball.
And everybody
just having
picked
fun.
like they picked each other up.
Yeah, that was it really.
Anybody else had anything else? I was gonna
Forgot.
get into something else.
You get into whatever you want. We here
All
all
right.
night.
After PC closed down, if people don't know, Myles was almost at 1,000 points at PC. He was at like 900 or something, like 960 something.
989.
Yeah, like around there. He was literally just that shot from his 1,000 points. Nobody knew Paterson Catholic was gonna close down. It happened. What made you choose St. Anthony's out of all the schools? Because I know you had crazy options.
Yeah, it was between St. Anne's, St. Pat's, and Montrose. Montrose and St. Benedict's. Yeah, so I honestly chose St. Anne's because me and Kyle had the crazy chemistry since we was 8, 9. So it was like, what we gonna do? We was asked each other. We chose St. We chose St. Anne's, and it was just like, we just gonna do this together. For last
Shout out to
night.
KA. Kyle Anderson.
Shout out to Kyle Anderson.
We
Memphis Grizzlies. For
we
you that
definitely
don't
need him on
know.
the show because somebody got
Soon.
somebody got to answer some questions real quick for us.
Yo, Lou.
I like
Lou, if
you
you
to
watching,
score.
He got 40 for you
Yeah,
still. I
Somebody
told you.
claimed they got
He got
40 for
40?
No,
40?
no,
That's
no,
all you going
no.
up with?
My bad. Wait, hold on. I said Kyle had 80 for him, right?
I said
Oh,
100.
he said 100.
A whole 100
He said he
clip.
could guard Kyle. I said, you're crazy,
There's
bro.
somebody-
You're crazy,
It's
bro.
two. It's
You're
two
crazy.
people.
There's somebody talking like that wants to
Yo.
start the Men's League.
It's two people talking spicy.
said,
I don't think
yo.
getting buckets, bro.
Bro, I said, bro, I said he's gonna just cook you, bro. I said I seen him.
Nah, that's so
I'm
good.
like, don't let that slow shit fool you.
He's still
Yo,
6'8".
Yo,
That
that
shit-
Gotta
shit-
get to a spot. So
Facts.
exactly.
If anything, it's a
we're
compliment.
doing this shit forever.
Forever,
So,
literally.
Style of play.
That slow shit is still how you on the floor.
Yep, for real. I seen him cross a lot of people. So
I see
Trust
a
me.
lot of people do the cha-cha
You
slide.
can't disrupt somebody that play at their
Yeah,
own
you
pace.
can't speed
yeah,
him up.
yeah,
Always.
it literally. And then he could just back you down because he's like 6'9" now, 6'10" now.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Crazy, bro.
You're wild.
Wow.
But going back to you, you leaving PC, going to St. Anne's.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because you playing under a legendary coach.
That experience was crazy. Not even starting with the basketball. Like, I used to catch the train to school every morning. I used to be up like.
Yeah, I couldn't even see you
5
taking public
o'clock.
trans though, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I was on the train. 5 o'clock. Used to get there like. The train was at like 6, so I used to get there probably like 6:40 or something. I used to fall asleep on the train. They used to have to wake me up.
You playing a dangerous game.
Nah, he used to fall asleep in mass, so I
crazy thing,
believe
They used to
it.
drop me off in Hoboken, so the Hoboken is the last stop.
Oh,
So it don't go no further. But yeah, they used to wake me up. I used to be like, be forgetting where I'm at. It used to be crazy. But it was-
Oh, I
it was-
know.
Other than that, the
can see
basketball
it.
aspect was great, bro. It was just the difference was just the discipline. That's it. Like Paterson Catholic was more, like I said, like a player style. St. Anne's, it was more like a coaching style where he got history and he won, so it's like his way or no way. But it was good for me, I always had discipline from like my younger coaches. Like the first coach I had was Coach Kyle that always, taught us discipline on and off the court, just like, life lessons on the court, but they
Carry off.
Yeah, they carry on to both. So it was pretty easy for me, it was just smooth going in there. He accepted us with open arms, the team did. And like I said, it was just a winning culture there, so it's no egos. Everybody was just, just fighting to win, so we could just win the national championship and the TOC.
Yeah, I was gonna say something because I always would say like it's funny that PC like lost to St. Anne's
Yeah.
in the state championship after being undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like what number 3 in the country. Yeah,
Yeah,
PC
we
was
was
number.
number 3. We was
Patterson
number 3
Catholic
at
was
the
number
time.
3 in the country our junior year,
Mm-hmm.
and undefeated. It was crazy. It was so much talent on that team. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah, we went on a crazy run.
Yeah.
Like, after we went to City of Palm, there's like this big tournament they have in
Played against Austin
Orlando.
Rivers.
I was just about to ask you
we
about
won.
that.
That's in
I was
Austin.
just about to ask you about the City of Palms tournament. How was it playing down there?
Yeah, it was crazy playing down there, bro. Like, the weather was fire. It was just our confidence was high. We was just like we just gonna see if we could win it. And we just went out there, game by
And
game.
the gold
won it.
jerseys.
Yeah, the gold jerseys was
The
crazy.
gold jersey was
I still
fire.
got the shorts too. I don't know. The actual-
You know what's crazy? I got a pair of the football gold shorts at the crib.
How?
Oh, yeah,
Come on, bro. What you
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
How?
yeah, I know.
I'm tapped in just as much as y'all. Y'all just wicked.
You was probably used to it though because of AAU traveling and everything like that.
Yeah,
I mean, most of them were though, because they all
Facts,
got
used
facts.
to it, but it was just I never traveled like to Florida for a high school tournament, and this was like a big time tournament. So
Yeah.
it was like
Who else was in that
Televised.
tournament besides Austin Rivers? Obviously, because there was Winter Park was there.
St. Benedict's was there.
Yeah, I'm
Winter
trying to remember,
Park was
yeah.
there. Montverde was there.
Oh yeah, because they're down there.
Penn Charter team from.
But who else?
PA.
I'll say like players wise that
Oh,
that's probably like that people watching this would probably know.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Notable.
Well, besides Austin Rivers,
like
but
Tristan Thompson was there.
yeah, I don't know Tristan. Tristan. Yeah.
Who else, bro? This
It was
so
mad
long
names,
ago. It was
word.
mad names. I can't even think right now.
Yeah.
But it was the talent there was crazy.
I can
There was
imagine.
definitely a lot of
Yeah.
talent there.
For people that also don't know, Myles, I'm pretty sure Myles knows this, but Max Prep has Kyle Anderson and Myles as a top 10 duel, and for the decade, Myles and them were number 4.
That's tough.
It's tough.
Word, that was
Flame it
crazy
up.
when I seen that. I forgot where I seen that at, but like that.
I think I
was
still have it.
just-
I'm gonna pull
that
it
was
up.
just crazy.
I'm gonna
to
tell
me.
y'all who's like on the like
I mean, I
like
seen them
like that
buckets
list is
live, so I
fire.
agree.
Yeah, nah, it's. I mean,
The little Paterson recreation thing. Got my little trophy. And the old people, it was just you, Vaughn. I was like Reggie. It was
Yeah.
calling out names OD.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can
Bucket,
find
bucket.
it. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
You probably could type in.
No, I have a screenshot of it.
Oh.
Yeah, cause like I saw it like a while back.
They left it like that.
Two of them
Hella trophy.
Nah, the dopest picture was the newspaper article with you and Wayne with all the
Yeah.
trophies.
Yeah, what?
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that thing's
That's
fire.
That's a vintage joint. We
What?
took that like.
Yo, you got the picture of that still?
Den
So
area in my
you got-
crib.
I'm-
we used to
you gotta put
keep
that
yeah,
on the crib,
I
yo.
definitely gotta throw that up on the
Gotta
throw it
put
up
that
on
on the
the
crib.
throw it up in the video, man.
That fire picture.
Definitely.
So after my fault.
No, go ahead, cause I'm actually looking for that photo so I can tell you after.
Gotcha.
Cause I
So
have it somewhere here.
after playing season at St. Anne's, as far as playing in Florida in the tournament and everything like that, how was the recruiting process with colleges now reaching out to you and extending offers after that?
My senior year, before the season even started, I was committed. But going back to my junior year, that AAU season was when I really really put myself on the map. Like, we was playing in the EYBL. We went like 14-0 during the season. That's like we went to Dallas, Houston, VA. We went to like 5 different places, and we went 14-0 during that. So that's when my recruiting started picking up crazy. So I was picking up offers from like UVA, UCLA, Marquette, Virginia, UConn, Virginia Tech, Boston College. Well, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was just a bunch. That was Miami.
Yeah, I remember seeing Miami. That was definitely fire.
DePaul, St. John's, Georgetown, like mostly
Yeah.
all of the Big East, like some ACC teams, a lot of the mid majors. Yeah, so it was like that's when it picked up crazy. Like Jim and D-Star was just calling me like, yo, you just got an offer from such and such. You just got an offer from. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like my sophomore year, it was like I was only getting like the low D, like the mid majors, like Fordham and those type of schools. Like
Yeah.
then I was just like, I'm about to just try to take it to another level, and that's when I was just in the gym consistently, just working out. Shout out to my man Tariq Robinson.
Where his son is nice too.
Yeah,
Now.
my man Tariq Robinson. That was my first trainer when I was in like 8th grade, and he just always pushed me like, I know you got it in you. Like you could really be this good. So always shout out to my man Tariq.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Before I was gonna go through the top 10. Some people that didn't see it that knows.
Let me ask a question real quick.
Go ahead.
Getting like offers and stuff in high school, like that shit is lit.
Yeah.
But like when you start taking visits and you know all that stuff goes away and you start to see the business side of like that aspect. What was the first time you seen like, all right, boom. Although everybody telling me some sweet shit, I can see this as a business.
You just know that they offer. It's only one scholarship for that position, so they're offering 10 people for, you know what I mean, like telling them all the same, basically all the same thing, but they only could take one of you. You know what I mean? So they just trying to like not run game, but trying to just persuade you that you're that person, but they're doing it to other players as well. So that's when I really noticed it.
So you caught on with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to what I was gonna say was, so the number 1 duel is Ben Simmons and D'Angelo Russell. Number 2 is Scotty Barnes and Cade Cunningham, which is fire. We both witnessed that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And they have my man's Moody from the Warriors on their team too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the team too. It's crazy. Their team was crazy.
OD.
Brian Bowen and Jaren Jackson Jr. Then there's Miles and Kyle Anderson. Then there's Sharif Cooper and Isaac Okoro.
That's tough.
Then there's Jonte Porter and Michael Porter Jr. Jabari Parker and Kendrick Nunn.
That's tough.
LiAngelo Ball and Lonzo Ball. Marcus Smart and Phil Forte. And then you got the Harrison twins, Aaron and Andrew.
Some big
That's
names
10.
on that
Yeah.
list. Big names on the list.
A lot
It's
of
fire.
league players.
That's tough.
So what made you choose Rutgers though out of all the schools?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I messed with the coaching staff and my man David Cox. He was the head coach at Rhode Island this year. He was the one that offered me when I was in 8th grade when he was at Georgetown. And he ended up getting a job at Rutgers as the assistant. So, he always kept in contact with me, always was a good dude, like to my peoples, my mom, my dad. The crazy thing is they still cool to this day, like my dad and mom and him and his wife. So it was just that, like he sold it for me. So I was like, and it was close to home. My parents always watched me play. They always went on all the trips we had. It don't matter where it was at, Vegas, Arizona, anywhere they was there. So I'm like, I'm gonna just make this easy, and it was Rutgers was in a rebuilding stage, so I'm like, I'm gonna just, go
Kind of
ahead
how the
and try
PC thing was for
try
you.
to be a piece to the rebuilding. So I was just like, I'm gonna go here. My family always watched me play, so I'm like, it just made it easier for me. So I still wanted to watch me play throughout college.
What was your greatest high school moment that you would say that you could probably recall?
Greatest high school moment?
Yeah.
Winning the national championship and the TOC.
Gotcha.
Basketball wise, yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope.
High school wise, just going to PC was just like,
I think it's fun.
it was fun. Like I never
It
wanted
was
to go to school as much as I did when I went there. Like
You'll wake up and be like, I gotta go to school.
He's always bragging about it. Yo, you don't understand. We was
They
lit.
really don't.
We was
They-
in class.
Bro, it was school was fun,
Class
bro.
Was lit, everything, gym,
Even math was
mass,
lit. Even math was lit.
calf, everything was crazy. So it was just the surrounding, just the
Like the
environment
people,
was-
yeah.
felt like family all the time. So
And we was together all the time, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, let me be devil's advocate. If you could flip flop, right, and you could choose St. Anne off the rips, who would you?
no.
He just told you he fell asleep onto the school.
Yeah,
How terrible it was.
not only that, but what we had was just different. Like
it's like all of the best players
told
from
you
like the
once-
city.
ones on one team, and, like, most of them was from our
Like
city.
city,
Facts,
yeah.
facts.
Just told
Like,
you
why
one
would I
school
leave
was.
this to go somewhere else. When
Yeah.
I can stay right here.
and like have fun while you're
And use my
playing.
Be the hometown hero. too,
Yeah.
like that.
He just told you this one school was
When I
like
was at-
family, the other one he fall asleep getting to. No, I ain't
And I was in
switching.
5th grade. D-Star was my coach, so
Yeah,
I
so you had the
already- we was
connection,
already
yeah.
locked in. So
Yeah.
it was like,
Shout out to D-Star
yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
D-Star.
shout out to D-Star.
for real. For building that powerhouse was crazy.
Yeah,
Yo, they need a 30 for 30 on that.
Yo, I said
right
that.
now,
I
bro.
said
that's
that.
a fact, bro.
Right
They-
now.
Well,
there's
they only
there's
gave
no way.
I know
Bro.
they got the footage out,
they
bro.
gave you a
Bruh.
Rutgers,
Bro,
Huh? Yeah,
They
something
they
like
gave you
that.
a Rutgers one, the one that I'm in with you, the one that they
Oh
called.
yeah, facts.
yeah.
It was long, but I don't know.
Yeah,
how,
that was
how
actually
long they
fire.
put it out. Oh yeah, they did that like
Yeah.
every year, so that was dope. for
Yeah,
sure.
I didn't even know. I was in Applebee's one day and I look up
And
and
then
they got
came
me and
on.
Myles talking. I'm like, what? Like we in the locker room talking like, what the hell? And people was clapping. I'm like, what the hell? Like what the hell's
It was
going on?
crazy.
shit, God, thank you.
Word.
Thank you.
I was like,
Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Hold it
yeah,
down.
That's
Walking
crazy.
Applebee's just see you on the TV.
I'm like, what? Like I didn't know that you, yo,
Crazy.
bro. I didn't know they even recorded that because I used to always go like
Yeah.
to the locker room with you, homie, all that.
Whoa.
But pause.
Oh.
Oh, hey, yo, come on, son. Yo, come on, bro.
Crazy.
Y'all wildin'. Y'all wildin'. Yo, chill.
Proxy
No, but
bud.
okay, let me clarify that.
Nah, you good, bro.
Next
like with the
episode.
team.
Oh, the entire team.
Yo,
Get him out of here.
Y'all bugging out right now.
yeah. Y'all
Nah.
Y'all bugging.
Outta here.
But anyway, back to Rutgers. How was Rutgers basketball?
My freshman year, it was, we had our ups and downs, but it was it was rebuilding, so you never know what was gonna come out of it. I say we trained hard every day, like trying to get the results. Weight room, pickup, conditioning, everything was on point. So it was good in that sense. Just everything was high.
During your time at Rutgers, what was one of like your greatest experiences? One of your best games, you would say?
It's two games I really remember. Is my freshman year, we played Florida at home. They was like number 3 in the nation at the time. It was like Brad Bill. Just people might know these names like Kenny Boynton,
Yeah.
Patrick Young, yeah, Scotty Wilbekin, like Irvin
crazy.
Walker, Mike Rosario was on that team.
Mike
they
was
had a
different.
crazy
Yeah, Mike was
team.
tough.
Mike was different.
They came. That was Mike's first game back at the Rack because he had transferred.
Yeah, he was at Rutgers.
Going to Rutgers and
Yeah.
he transferred to Florida. His first game back, we was playing him at home. It's crazy. They were way more talented than we were, but when the Rack is going crazy, it's stupid, bro. Like,
That joint's
you can't even
crazy.
hear it there. The floor was like shaking. And we end up, pulling that game out, and it was like 3 in the nation, and that was one of my best moments. I played well that game too.
How much you
For
had?
it
Wait,
to be in, I think I had like 14, I think, 14 for like my first big game against like real life guys. You know what I mean? Like
that was gonna be playing at the
dudes
next
that
level.
I
Yeah.
looked up to
Mhm.
playing AAU. So it was like in a dogfight the whole game, but I played well. We ended up coming out with a win. So that was one of them. And the next one was my senior year when we played Wisconsin at home.
Fire.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
Fire.
Yeah, I saw
That one I witnessed. That was I
I can't remember what they were ranked. I think they might have been 3.
It was number 3 in the country. Number 3 in the
nation, too.
country.
And those like whenever you play Wisconsin or like we play Wisconsin, it's always like a low scoring game, like super low scoring. And it was the first half, it was low scoring, and then we were down. I forgot how much in the first half, but it was probably double digits.
It was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, like Wisconsin, once they keep the lead, they just slow it down even more slower than they're already going. But we ended up in the second half just picking up momentum. The crowd got in it, and we went on a crazy run. We just came out with a crazy win. That was big for us that year too.
That made it on SportsCenter, right?
Yeah.
I think I think it made it on Sports. I'm not sure.
It was
the
it.
number, though.
It was on TV, and Victor Cruz was there. He was next to me the entire game. I had to keep getting up because Wisconsin fans was riding.
Yeah, he used
That-
he used to pull up to all the games.
Yeah, he used to pull up, but that game was annoying because I had to keep getting up for like pictures, bro. You ain't know because you was like playing. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I-
damn, man.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Another picture.
Yeah, pictures, but
Nah.
yeah, that was
On the outside looking in, right? We all saw the news. We saw the media and stuff like that. Did the media portray everything that was going on at the school a lot worse than it was?
I would say so. Yeah.
the media always
The
extra a
media
little bit though.
always gonna be extra when it's something bad, But it was just bad time for him. I don't really want to get into the
Yeah.
specifics about it, but it was just bad timing. And it wasn't like that happened every day or like it was just his passion for the game was
Took over.
there, but some people just look overboard. But some people are gonna see it a certain way, some people are gonna see it another way. So I just leave it as for everybody else's opinion. I don't really like to speak too much on it because
Yeah,
it might get backlash for real.
yeah, nah.
Fans that might see it or whatever.
Gotcha. Leave it at that.
Yeah. So after Rutgers, any NBA workouts? Anything people don't know or know?
Yeah, I worked out with the Nets. That was the only workout I had. That was like one of the workouts I did with the Nets. It was in East Rutherford when they was
At the ISA?
at the no, they was.
Oh, they
that
was at
their
North Park.
practice
Didn't you?
facility
Oh, okay,
at the
got you.
time. It
Got
was in
you.
East Rutherford, and they had their workout there. I worked out
They was playing at the
there
Prudential.
for that one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that experience though?
It was good. It was just a bunch of, shooting, conditioning, one-on-one stuff, just to see what's going on and see if they really like you, see how consistent you are, different shooting drills and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Question. I don't want to cut anybody else. I just want
No,
to. So you know how like the NFL asks you weird questions? Did they ask you any weird questions for the NBA workouts or anything?
Not that I remember, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if it was. I did an interview after. I
It
can't
was just-
remember.
That was
But
yeah.
that was like
A while ago, like
6 years
yeah.
ago. But I can't remember if they asked any weird questions or even if I got interviewed. To be honest, I can't remember honestly.
Yeah. And then how did you get in Tact with overseas from
Yeah.
like there?
In college, you have a bunch of different agents hitting you up, telling you that they're interested in working with you, trying to get you into different places like overseas or G League or whatever the case may be, whatever league they can see you fit in. That's usually how it works. Like they hit you up during college. You could speak to them. It's a bunch of different ones that's gonna hit you up. You just
You gotta pick and choose. Yeah, like who you give your
'Cause
time
at a point
to.
it gets annoying. You just want to focus on,
The
finishing
game.
out your year strong. And it's just a distraction at times, but after a while you get used to it.
Yeah, you try to like tune it down a little bit.
How is like the process going through that, as far as like trying to figure out where you're gonna go,
Yeah.
like what teams are interested, or how does that work?
The agent works for me, so he just hit most of the teams up, ask them if they're interested in certain players or
Just send out
maybe-
like film and stuff like
yeah,
that.
maybe a team saw you and they contact an agent saying we're interested, and they send out the film like highlight tapes, different game film, full game. So they usually want to see everything before they make a decision because it's kind of a big decision flying somebody to another country and having them representing your team.
Got you. I was gonna ask you, from the list of players, who was your favorite players to play against? I meant to ask you that.
To play against and like
Yeah,
high school or
like
college.
high school, college. Wherever you could think of, honestly.
Uh,
Because I know that's a big question. So I'm like, let me try to
Yeah,
narrow it
exactly.
down.
to play against, bro.
Yeah.
Think about it. One of my favorite ones was, I would say, Joe Jackson. He went to Memphis. He was like a guard. He was like a point guard. He was like, him and Kyrie was in the same class and they like was Kyrie was like the
Number
number one.
one,
He was
yeah.
like the number 2 point
Yeah.
guard, and he went to Memphis. It was always tough playing against him, like him, Peyton Siva, Russ Smith, Shabazz Napier, Ryan
Yeah, Shabazz was
Boatwright,
different.
Dion Waiter. It was so many names, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was just a battle every night. So like,
Facts. I
and
definitely.
also Trayvon Woodall, he from Paterson. He went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
I
out
used
to
to
Trey.
like playing against them too when we went up to Pitt and they used to come to Rutgers. Those was always good games. So yeah, those I used to like playing against everybody, bro. It was a battle every night, so it was fun.
Never duck to smoke.
But you
Never
had buckets
cut,
for
you
everybody,
cut.
right?
There was nowhere to hide, bro.
So you had buckets for everybody.
Nowhere to hide.
Do you know off the top what's your highest scoring that you ever scored in a game?
I think like 56.
I think like 56.
Like that's regular, right?
I think like.
That's when I was in like 8th grade.
Yo, all right. Cut the camera. Yo,
I ain't gonna lie. I remember
something like.
bro used to come back to football practice, but yeah, I had like 40 this week in the 2 games. I'm like, why, bro? Like, in 2 games, you left at
Yeah, buckets
halftime
for
and had
everybody.
40, bro. Chill.
Buckets for everybody.
Everybody get
You
a
remember
J.
what your ranking was coming out of high school? I think you were like 20 something. I saw it like a few years ago. You were like
Yeah.
20 something.
It
For like guards, I think
Yeah,
you were like
it
22
It
or 20.
depends on the website.
Yeah, because they all rank different.
Usually, most of the time, people go for ESPN. So on ESPN, I was like number 63, I think.
66.
I think it's 63.
Oh, okay.
63 or 64 on one of those.
Yeah,
two.
one of those, somewhere.
But yeah, I was like 63 or something like that. Yeah.
And then so ESPN 66.
And
And
the
then
other couple websites, I was between like 60 and like 80s.
Yeah.
Around there.
Top 100 is still that's
that's
still-
like
that's-
I mean
that's
out the
hard.
whole country is
A lot of people
Facts.
can't say that. Top
real.
100 of the country.
Most people can't say that.
Honestly, I think I should have been ranked higher than that though, because
I
just my
I kinda
resume from
agree
my
that too,
junior
yeah.
and senior year was crazy. Like EYBL, undefeated, and I was like leader scorer on the team, and then high school like my senior year undefeated. So
It's
it was
Yeah,
like,
you pretty much went your
I-
high school
I
career
thought he
the
was
without.
gonna-
last 2 years I only lost 1 game.
And that was
Yeah.
to the
Last
team
2
you
years,
joined.
That was the team that I went to.
But the crazy part about it was that
Kevin Durant.
I thought they were gonna rank him higher
School
senior
closed.
year.
My school had closed, I wasn't going
He
nowhere.
said
So.
Kevin Durant. Wow.
Never.
Wow, that's crazy.
Never.
Nah, I mean when you get school closed down, there's nothing you can do. You guys
Nah,
are pick,
absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, nah, I definitely agree with you. I thought you would have been higher than that because I was kind of surprised when I saw that. It was
Facts.
like damn, that's it.
So if you saw the list,
Yeah.
where do you think you should have been?
Like I would say between like 30 and like 30 and 4, like around there, 30 and 40, something around there.
Oh, so they disrespected for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
But it is what it is.
yeah. There's some meat riders out there.
We always get the last laugh, so it
What
don't
do they
matter.
know?
We always get the last laugh, so it don't matter.
Word.
Fact.
How is basketball overseas playing now? What year in your what? How many years? 7 years.
Yeah.
You a vet now. You a vet.
Big
vet.
vet.
Big
Name,
vet.
name the countries you've been to. Name the countries.
I've been in Denmark, Lithuania, Poland, Turkey, Hungary, France. Yeah, those are the countries I've played in.
Which would you say is your favorite?
My favorite probably had to be Turkey. Turkey is probably my favorite
Really?
spot.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Jordan
I
played
was,
there
I,
too,
was,
right?
I was out there when Theo was out there.
Yeah, I was
too,
about to say
so
Jordan played there. I could have
It
sworn.
was dope. Turkey is probably my favorite spot.
Now coming from where we come from,
Yeah.
most people don't get that experience.
Yeah,
they don't get to see that. They don't get to travel. How was it culture-wise, seeing like the different cultures and their foods and just
Right.
how they live and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment from like my first year to now. I'm locked in now, so I really know what's going on, like how everybody maneuvers. But it's different, you know. The people are different. Some countries are nicer than others, like the people. But you know, I just stay in my lane. I just do what I gotta do and get back home. I interact sometimes when I need to. I interact to my teammates, but people on the streets, I say hello when I see them, but it's really no extra interactions going on.
Gotcha.
How are the fans there?
The fans there are fire, bro. It's like they really love the game and they really like actually into it, like die-hard fans where they go crazy. They want to fight the other team fans. And
They get crazy.
They want to fight
Go ahead,
players.
I know someone want to say something. Yo,
Cursing
extra sauce want to say something.
they-
Both of them. Both of them.
They curse you out. You don't even know what they
Cursing
saying.
the refs out, all that, bro. There's no
Going
boundaries, bro.
crazy.
Yo. He couldn't wait to say something. I know he couldn't wait to say
You
something.
going crazy, bro.
The same energy they have for soccer, they bring that shit to all sports.
Yeah, all sports,
That's
bro.
wicked,
It's
bro.
crazy.
That's love, though. That's love.
Yeah, word.
Until you a ref.
Now somebody throwing a shoe at you in a foreign country.
Refs got police escorts. Like
That's crazy.
team.
Police escorts is crazy.
That's wicked.
Bro, I know you seen that video that went viral. My man took off on some ref. My man had to get him out of there.
Yeah, they don't be playing.
It was coming from blood.
Yo,
They
that's
don't-
crazy.
Awful buckets.
They don't care, bro.
That is crazy. But that's
they love
fire
their
though.
team and they just.
He said, "Ref, you called that tech? I got a tech for you in the car."
How was it adjusting to like the FIBA rules and stuff like that?
At first,
word.
it was tough, bro. It was tough at
Fucking
first.
Word.
Pluck
Like,
your shot out the
yeah,
court.
like the balls on the rim, you could hit it off. Like,
Bear
there's
pong.
No defensive.
It's a
There's
beer
no
pong.
defensive 3 seconds at all.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like the 3-point is further than the college line, but it's
A little-
closer than the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like the clear path foul, like if a player in front of you, if I'm in front of Jason like this and he fouled me, it's automatic 2 free throws.
Oh
So
wow.
it's like it's an adjustment. Like you can't just use fouls just because.
That back tap is used over
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still got that, bro. I still got that. The back tap still there. It's crazy. It's something I always was
Just master
just
that.
mastered.
I hated it.
Most of the leagues I go to,
I hated
I lead the league in steals. 'cause
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
that's
Bruh.
like- it's just
Square blind
instincts,
going
really.
crazy.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's
Wait,
fine.
getting back to stats, I actually forgot to mention this. Myles finished, for people that don't know, 7th in all-time scoring at Rutgers with 1,658 points. 4th in assists with 425 assists. 2nd in steals with 211. 3rd in free throws with 85.8% from the free throw line. And 10th for three-pointers. He was top 10 in almost every stat except for like 3 stats, I think, which was like, what was it? It was like some stupid stat. Rebound. It was rebounds, blocks, and like career field goals percentage. Like,
Top
but he finished
2 in
top 10 in
steals?
everything.
Play defense.
I remember we was there. Like I used to watch like the energy. You did that for the team, and what's his name that came after you? Corey Sanders did that.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
Y'all were both guards. That's like usually it was like, all right, big man get a dunk and change the energy.
Nope.
But y'all do something and like you see like the whole crowd, like everybody.
Game control.
You feel me? Is locked in. That shit was dope.
Appreciate
See,
that.
stadium used to be rocking. Well,
Facts.
arena, I
Yeah,
should say.
certain games, it
Yeah.
used to be the big ones. Used to be rocking.
Yeah, crazy.
I feel like that's always been your gift, though, bro. You in whatever sports you play, you always know how to like drag the crowd into it and feed off of them and play and elevate your game, bro.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, but I never was like, a crowd like beg for crowd attention. Some players like
They be like going to the
But-
crowd and trying to pump
but that's
them up
what
and
makes
all
sure
that.
it's-
it's always natural. Like, I just
That's what
always-
makes sure it's dope and experiences. Again, like you
'Cause he
said, you
wasn't
don't
trying.
really see
He wasn't
Myles
trying to do
trying to
that.
get the crowd involved. It's like he come down, hit a reverse layup, and then they just lose their mind.
Catch
then
your
bro,
body.
then bro go on a run and he
Had to
just
step
start
back three,
jacking
you like,
threes.
oh,
Yeah, it's
no.
over.
Oh, Lord.
City League used to tap and niggas would have.
Yo, tapping was the shit back in the day. What?
Bro,
Tapping was the shit back in the day, son.
was-
Yo, what?
Nah, I ain't gonna
No,
hold
yo,
you.
it wasn't no fillet back then. It was literally.
I remember
It
the
was no
first
leg.
game, Trey dunked in a City League game, and
Bro, he was
everybody
gassed, bro. I
went
remember
nuts.
that shit, bro. I
They
remember
went nuts.
that. Trey was tough, bro.
Facts, bro.
Oh, word. To mention this too. Backpack fam.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from, and what made you start that? Because you are the CEO technically of Backpack fam.
It was just something me and my man Jayon came up with. It was like we just wanted like some family oriented stuff that we just always got together, hoop, off the court stuff, and then we wanted to kind of get the younger crowd into it because they were interested. It was at first it was only gonna be like the older guys like me, Jayon, McDuffie, like etc. So, but then the young kids started gravitating to it. We like started looking into the future. With our names and stuff already behind it, it'll like give them an extra, buzz.
And it leaves a legacy for y'all too.
A legacy for us. So that was the main reason why we started it. Honestly, just it was just one day it was like we should start like a little.
No, it's dope because it definitely started like a community for that. Even with the hashtags and stuff like that, like you can see everything back.
Do you plan on taking it somewhere else? Like
we've been talking about it lately. But it's hard to kind of do, like, juggle it while I'm overseas. So when I'm overseas, most of the time, Jayon's taking over the page and, running most of the stuff. Like he has a couple camps, like a couple showcases. So most of the stuff is usually him because I'm usually overseas. So
so you mean behind the scenes right now, as of right now.
Yeah.
But you home now.
Yeah, I'm home now. So, he, we older, so most of us are busy all the time. He runs a couple different teams. He coaches our Shabazz High School girls teams in Newark. He's the head coach there.
That's dope. Shout out to Jayon James.
Shout out to Jay.
For real.
Been coaching
way
there.
back.
This was his first year, so
wow.
Everybody busy running
dope.
teams and all that stuff. So we'll definitely get a chance to sit down and
Chop
try
it up.
to elevate it.
Yeah, maybe we can collab with y'all for no points.
For sure. We can do that.
Backpack fans,
That's a
we
fact.
could way back.
Board.
For real, we could probably put a massive event together, bro.
I'm with that.
Because we got connections, you got connections. Probably go
That'd
crazy.
definitely be dope for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely need
For real,
Get that in the works ASAP.
Man.
Facts.
Yeah, and I got my ties to the city, so they're crazy. So
My boy Nick say he got the keys to the city.
nah, I really do though. It's crazy. It's a lot. Chill. But like, you got any goals right now, or where you want to take your game to? Going forward for these next.
Going forward, I really want to, like I said, I play defense, but I really want to show a team that I can really lock down and defend. I play a lot of minutes, so it's kind of hard to, lock down and defend every possession. But I'm working on my conditioning and stuff like that now, just to be ready for this season. I really want to show them that, and just keep being a better leader each year. Each team that I go to, just keep capitalizing on my leadership and stuff like that.
Got you. And when does your season start for people that don't really know, like overseas schedule?
Preseason usually starts in August. That's when you really got to be there. But the first game of the season is usually like October. So August to October is like preseason, scrimmages here and there, and stuff like that. But the official games usually start in October.
How many games do you guys normally have in your schedule?
It's usually like regular season, probably like 36. And then playoffs, you get in between 40 and like 50 something.
Wait, playoff format. How was that though?
That's the
Question.
next
That's a
question.
good
Oh,
question.
in total.
In total, yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say
Not
more.
together. In total.
Yo, that's crazy.
Heck no.
Are the games
That's
spaced
OD.
out, or is it like the NBA? Like you can play like
Nah,
a
the
back to
game-
back?
That's why it's not many games, only 36, but it takes almost 10 months because usually it's only like a game a week.
Oh, so you
it's
get
a
to
game
recover.
and then
So you get
a week,
recovery.
Unless you play in like 2 different leagues where.
Well, you could do that.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know you
teams
could put.
that-
I didn't know you could do that.
It's like Euro League,
Oh, they let you
Euro
stack your
Cup,
bag.
Champions League.
So you
FIBA
could
Euro Cup.
stack the bag.
Yeah, no,
Oh, that-
but I'm
well-
saying it's still you still play with the same team, but it's domestic leagues and then it's leagues where all teams from Europe play each other.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
that's
you.
what
Got
all
you.
those
Got you.
leagues are like Euro Cup, Euro League, Champions League, and FIBA Euro Cup. But there's like other small cups too that play in different. I mean that is lower, but teams from different countries playing too.
Got you.
How is your scheduling outside of, like, if you guys play once a week?
Yeah.
How many days outside of that do you have practice? Do they give you out rest days
Great
in
question.
between
I was
that?
actually thinking about that.
The only rest day we usually get is the day after the game, and then Monday until whenever the next game is, usually practice. And early on in the season, it's usually 2 practices a day. So
Their
probably,
practices are intense.
the ones at night usually do. The ones in the morning usually be weights and then shooting after, and then we come back like 5 o'clock. Then that's practice for like hour and a half, 2 hours, and that's usually where it gets intense.
Gotcha. What do y'all do for like your downtime? You just watch film?
Just watch film, just chilling, really,
Yeah.
bro. Like in your crib
How's the food?
most of the time.
Whatever you do, don't start a podcast on your downtime.
Yeah.
Don't do
How
it.
you out here like Draymond?
I thought about it, then I'm like, nah. Yeah, that's what I usually do on my downtime. Just watch movies, shows, go eat.
I always
That's really it.
wonder, what is it like keeping communication with like your parents, like your family and shit, since you got in 2 different time zones?
That's a great question, bro.
Yeah. it
Usually,
is.
bro, honestly, I usually stay up late, bro. Like talking to my peoples, like my moms and my pops.
What's the time difference?
6 hours.
Damn.
Sometimes 7.
Where I used to hit him and I don't hear back from him the next day. I'm like,
People
Bro,
be hitting me
it's
like
not. That's not the time.
people be hitting me like 7 o'clock when it's here. I'm like, bro, it's already 1 over here.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
I'm about
gone.
to knock out.
Damn.
So
Word.
it's tough, but you know you get used to it over the years. So it's a flow now. Really, like it's easy for me now. But in the beginning, it was
tough.
When you come back home though, do you feel a difference?
like that jet lag.
difference is crazy, bro. Because I'm basically 6 hours or 7 hours ahead. For
So right
10
now,
months.
right now he'll be asleep.
Yeah, I would have been knocked right now. It's over. Like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But
Do you feel it like if you like, boom? Let's say the times that you will work out over there, obviously it's gonna be a different time schedule when you work out over here.
Right.
So do you feel it when you
That's a
actually
good
go to work
question,
out too?
Usually it take me like a week to get back into flow, but for the first 2.5 weeks, I just rest, bro. I don't really do no type of basketball, no nothing. Just giving my body some downtime because it's a long season
Facts.
and it's gonna be a long season ahead. So you gotta pick and choose when to rest. I always rest 2.5
Yeah,
weeks.
you need that
right after the
as an
season.
athlete.
It's crazy. A video actually just went viral because Anthony Davis said that he didn't touch the basketball in like a couple
Yeah.
weeks, and people was dragging him. But it's like same thing, bro. You go through that long, grueling season, you gotta get your rest in.
Yeah, bumps and bruises every day, going hard every day. Bro, that should take a toll on you. So when you get home,
Question.
you just wanna just chill out for like 2 weeks.
Yo, how's the court like wise there than here? Because like their hardwood is probably like a little different than
Yeah.
our hardwood here.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Hair is more bouncy. Like it's
Mhm.
kind of like something under the court hair where it gives you like more of a bounce.
Cushion?
Yeah.
like a cushion.
I told people, I used to say that people like, yo,
there's
he's crazy.
springs-
I'm
there's
like,
springs
Nah,
under
they
the
definitely
court,
is.
like
It's to
cotton.
protect your knees.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Overseas, some court like it varies. Like some gyms would be fire, some would be not so good, and then there's some in the middle. But the best ones are real good. But like the middle to the worst is like the ground.
You can hear the ball
floor is
bouncing.
hard, you can hear the ball
Echo.
bouncing.
Dead spot.
So it's like you gotta get in that ice bath as much as possible because those knees will be done up.
Right.
That's crazy. And how's the playoffs? Because I know you was in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, we was in the playoffs this year. This league, it was the first round. It was best of 3.
Wait, congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
Make it the playoffs. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was the best of 3. We ended up losing in that joint
Oh, so it's best of 3 with it
Yeah.
for the series there.
for the series. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, so it's best of 3 each series, first, second, and chip is three games too. So yeah, we ended up losing the first round, but it was a good experience. It was
Yeah.
the team I went to. Because I went there in the middle of the season because I started in France, and I left and went to Hungary. Team accepted me with open arms. Everybody was cool. The organization was great. So it was a great experience.
Got you. And that wraps up any questions that I had.
I got questions.
Yeah, anybody's got.
Do you
any
notice it?
question?
You notice the difference in like the play style and the coaching style playing overseas versus over here?
For sure, yeah. The play style is super different, bro. It's way more team oriented. You know, making the next play, like throwing an extra pass. You know, it's more reading. Like the defenses are more focused, so it's a lot more, you know, reading the defenses, knowing as a point guard where the next ball gotta go to, you know, beat the defense that they're set up. So it's way harder, bro. Way harder.
Damn.
Another question. My bad. I just thought of this. Is it easier there to play or here to play?
It depends. Once you get adjusted, I would say here is harder because it's less defense.
Lucas said it's easy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Lucas said playing here is easy.
It's easier here.
Oh, I think he said harder here. I'm gonna say.
It's easy. My fault. It's definitely easier here.
My bad. I'm like, wait, for real?
It's crazy. It's way more defense over there than it is here. And it's, you know, you get, like you said, you can hit the ball off the rim. No defense at 3 seconds.
Yeah, yo,
so
that's crazy.
You got a footer. He could just sit in the paint,
Camping.
whole game camping.
That's why Rudy be in the paint like that.
But once you get adjusted to it, you know the reads. Like it's
Teardrop,
teams
floater.
do most of the same reads, but it's just a European type of style, like the reads and stuff like that. Offense and defense, you just gotta know certain, like the pocket pass, the to the corner pass, like coming off the ball screen, because the opposite guy gonna help in on a bump from the big on a roll, so the corner guy is gonna be open most of the time. Like just like reads like that. It's just the reads really you just gotta get adjusted to.
Do they talk more there, like on defense?
Yeah, bro. It's consistent talking. Like if you don't talk on defense, you honestly not gonna play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how it is. They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
that's how it
first
should be.
overseas.
Yeah.
That's how
I
it
mean,
should
I
be.
will imagine
If
he
you're not
just said.
communicating with your teammates, like you.
That's why a lot of guys
You
don't
hurt-
make it
you-
overseas.
you hurting
So
Ain't got no
would you,
defense.
would you say that here the players are more skilled, but overseas they're more fundamental?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah, 2 questions. One question would be, have you ever ran into like a language barrier between you and your teammate? You can't really communicate.
Probably once or twice, like when I was in Turkey a little bit, and then Poland. But most of the countries, bro, basketball is like, I mean, English is like the language of basketball. So it's like most players that play basketball in these countries speak English. So it's
Even if it's with an accent, really.
yeah, even if it's with an accent, you still understand, and they understand you if your English is okay. But
Is there any players from like that came from the NBA that you played against overseas that you like?
Good
watched,
question. I actually.
growing up?
that I played against, from the league, that played in the league, you saying, or
Yeah, like played in the league and they might have went overseas.
Honestly, I don't think so. But this year in France, I did play against Corey Fisher. He was out there. That was one of my idols growing up. He was one of my favorite point guards growing up. He went to St. Pat's. And I got a chance.
dog.
Yeah.
Bucket.
I got a chance to play against him this year when I was in
He was
France. So that
nuts.
was like
He
was
still
one
got
of
buckets?
Yeah, he's still tough. He was like, so I was still like kind of
Hesitant.
shocked because like I never played against him, and he was always somebody I looked up to growing
That's
up. Or
tough.
one of them who I looked up to growing up. So it was like I'm right here next to him playing against him now. So that was pretty dope for me.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Like, you probably, honestly, God willing, your career go the way it's supposed to be. That's gonna be somebody from your area saying that for you.
Fact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids out there that want to be Myles Mack, bro.
Word.
That's right.
I'm just trying to set an example
Yeah.
for everybody.
Nah, you are.
We
bro.
need this
Nah,
30 for
okay.
30.
Word. ESPN.
You gonna see
Tap
me,
in. Tap
You
in.
gonna see me and
book
Meek
or
all
something.
over it. Yeah, little kids.
You about to write a book?
Not a book. I do like a autobiography or something.
Yeah, something to talk
You
about
gonna
your
play
life.
yourself, bro?
Yeah.
I got
don't know. It was just a thought, but I'm not sure yet. Probably in the works somewhere down the road.
Yeah.
I gotta put you in the hot seat.
Oh man.
No, it's not too crazy. I mean, just a little topic of conversation. Would you consider yourself one of the best point guards out of Paterson
Yes.
Oh.
ever?
Ever. Yeah.
Top 5,
Top 5.
top 2.
Top two.
Top two, he
Ooh,
Top two.
that's
Top
tough.
two.
Top 2, he not
Who
2.
would be?
Yeah,
who
word.
would your top 5 be?
Out of Paterson?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not a
what?
point guard, so you're not worried.
Point guard?
Yo, Sati stupid.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah, it is tough, but
It depends on the generation.
You
like,
put yourself over your brother?
he want to be toxic. Get out of here, bro. He
Yeah,
want to
bro.
be toxic, yo.
I'm trying to get things given.
Have him scooping the mac
Remember
and
what you
cheese,
said
like,
on the
word.
podcast?
Have him scooping the mac and cheese in the yams like word.
bunch of good point guards come out of Paterson. Bunch of good players in general. you know,
That's facts.
Yeah.
coming out of Paterson, but dang, bro, top 5 that's tough for me. That's tough. I would say
I'm trying
no
to think
order
right now.
specifically. But
Yeah, you gotta say
Yeah,
that.
no order.
You
Word.
gotta
Get
say
my
that,
boy
'cause
in
he-
trouble,
Anybody
bro.
watching?
person.
For anybody watching, this
People
is
gonna be
no
hitting him
order.
up like, yo,
Let's just-
word.
Viewers discretion.
But bro, I'm gonna just name my top. I'm not gonna say it's a top 5, but it's like
You're 5
my
people.
5.
Yeah.
It's like me, my brother Trey Woodall. Jayon's up there because he was definitely a point.
Yeah. Jacob run 1 through 4.
Big guard.
Crazy word.
Lattimore that used to play for Kennedy back in the day. He was crazy.
Oh, word. And Mikey was tough too.
Yeah, Mikey was
Cleves.
tough.
Word. I can.
Bro, it's a
I
bunch,
forget,
bro.
man.
It's a bunch. I don't really want to leave nobody out, but
Word.
Huh?
Murph.
yeah,
word.
Murph was tough.
Yeah.
When we talking about point guards, I don't think
Yeah.
Murph was a point.
Well,
Oh, you said PG. Okay.
yeah, PG.
Yeah, but it's so much talent, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
Paterson
out
got a lot
to
of talent.
everybody.
Facts.
Patterson,
For real.
talented, no matter the
Shout out to
sport,
the whole
anything.
team.
Shout out to Patterson in general.
Shout out to the whole team, the home team. We definitely appreciate y'all. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Facts.
Fact.
For real. Let's get into these, to these trending topics right now. Warriors in 6.
I told y'all, man.
I
Warriors
wanted to go
in
7
Why?
because it was a great series.
Yeah, it was.
It was great
That was
basketball.
great basketball.
Man.
That
No,
was
it
literally
was.
great
It was.
basketball.
It was.
I would have loved another game.
I told you, somebody told me Draymond was
So I
trash.
tell you,
I said, you
night-night.
crazy. You crazy.
Night.
Nah,
But-
Draymond, he's so impactful on the game. There's no way that you can call him trash.
Yeah.
Offense and defense.
Yeah, there was.
There's no
People
way.
that call him trash.
They
just
deserve
because-
that.
Just because he can't shoot, but I'm not.
Crazy.
I
don't
would
understand.
give the ball to Steph
He
Curry
can,
every time.
he can do everything else. It doesn't matter if he can't shoot.
He sets up the shot.
Now there is some open shots he should be knocking
Yeah,
down, but
but
it is what it is. He do everything else
he can play
efficiently.
1 through 5, literally. so
And Draymond is honestly like 6'6".
He gonna give you
word,
6 points you ever seen in your life.
word.
Tough 5. You got 2 layups, a layup and an and one.
But he got have
Crazy.
10 boards,
He got word
5 fouls,
7 assists.
And
a
one
whole
tech.
bunch of techs.
Mandatory.
Draymond
One
hit
tech.
one shot, and Marv said he's heating up. Whoa, on the first shot.
Boy, a microwave.
Not heating up.
But yeah, man. Shout out to the Warriors. I think Jay was the only bracket that had Warriors, but we all.
Warriors in 6,
we
bro.
all
I
in our
said-
head Warriors.
Yeah, I
That
definitely
I have the Warriors to win.
No,
but
we all said that.
I was not
episode
putting them
17,
on
I believe it
paper.
was.
Everybody
Above my
had
head.
it, but nobody
wasn't
wanted
gonna
to
put it
stand
above
up.
Nobody
my
put it.
boys.
Yeah. Like
But-
I went Nets, I think, but it was Nets versus Warriors, and I had the Nets winning them. But
I had the
I
Heat.
said though that I picked the Nets. to be
You were
different.
biased, Al. You had
But,
the Heat because that's your team.
Bro, no, because
No,
we're
that's
like
one
that.
of his 20
Picked it
teams.
all away. Like,
Not,
Bruh.
He dead did.
Yo, he got like
He
20.
dead
wins.
did.
I
He
Yo.
picked both of his teams to play against each other.
No, I picked the Warriors versus the Heat.
yeah, I know.
Oh god.
Y'all, he won't win with Jimmy as their number 1, bro.
Damn.
Why?
He's not a number 1.
Jimmy's not a number one.
Yo,
He's proved it in this playoffs.
he needed
Check
some
his
milk, though.
numbers. This playoffs, he's proved that he could be a number one, and he hit the big shots, and he made the big
He missed
stops.
that 3-pointer though.
He did.
That
You
was
should have
stupid.
took the
Everybody-
layup.
everybody-
It was a
Should've
step. It was
took
a
the
step in the
layup.
right direction for him even taking it. Like
I told Al
say-
that.
that was. I would have took that shot if I was him. That was a good shot for him, but it just didn't go in.
Facts.
I think it was a bad shot.
Nah,
Bro,
If
he had
he
out
make
Horford
it, he a
to
legend.
the
You
basket.
gotta take that, bro.
I'm
Bro,
going to
I
the
said that. If you the number one on your team, bro, you
Yeah.
take that shot.
Bro, I'm going to the bucket.
If he would have made it his career, like it would have boosted his career.
No, I know,
his
I know.
Confidence to a whole new level.
I mean, he's a
If you
superstar
get to the
already.
basket and make that and one layup, you gonna be a Kobe superstar too.
Bro.
He said, don't do
Ron
that.
made a legacy of it.
But he also
Yeah,
could have drove in. Mind you, he's not 100%. He could have drove in and blew it, and everybody would have been on his meat.
He was gonna get the foul.
Yeah.
So it's a double L. He just went and blew it. Fuck it.
Or you could stop, pop a 3 on a 2-on-1 transition break and blow
If he
it.
would have hit that three, it would have went crazy.
Nah,
It
it would have
would've.
crazy. It went crazy.
It
Bro,
would've.
went
I
crazy.
finally have a basketball player here because you guys are football players.
Wow.
When you're home, you go for the win.
Yes,
When
yes.
you're away,
You don't think the
go
same
for the
mindset?
tie.
You don't think the same mindset in football? When you're home, you go for the 2-point conversion. When you're away,
Wow.
Kick the field goal.
same thing.
Now you gonna
But
just disrespect us like we don't know basketball now? That's crazy.
Nah,
That's crazy.
choppy.
Y'all just ain't play it, but y'all know basketball.
I played freshman year. That's it.
Yo, this guy, please, because
Yo,
we in
we
front
not
of the
talk-
camera.
We not talking about this right now.
He
We not
swears. Yo, I had the mean 3-point shot when I was
I
in
did have a
BC.
jump shot.
Shoot, he can shoot.
Ah,
that's
come
just one I
on,
could do.
No, Miles, we tired
You
of
gonna
hearing
say
this shit.
no.
Yeah. No, I
We
used to
tired
shoot.
of it.
Bro, the corner was my spot.
He sound like that old head back in the day. I used to have that back in the day.
The corner was my spot.
What, 10 down?
Nah, one time, I ain't gonna hold you. One time, D-Star, I shot a 3-pointer in the corner.
Hit the side of the backboard.
No, that shit hit the top. Hey, we was practicing with the varsity. So they all was
Sup? That'll be
there.
quick.
D-Star said, if you ever shoot the ball like that, get the fuck out my gym.
Hey,
Hey,
kids.
yo, I was like, damn,
He did not
yo.
care.
Sup?
I was mad embarrassed, but I hit the rim the next time, though.
Not even made it. I hit the rim.
I hit the rim
That
next
was your
time.
accomplishment. I hit the rim.
I'm like, fuck
Yo,
that.
you see what I said? We don't have it. We finally got a basketball player here. He said,
I watch
hit the rim.
basketball. I don't play it.
Yo, I ain't gonna cap like, yeah, yo, I made every 3. No, bro, I hit the rim. The fuck? I hit the
That's a
backboard.
make for you. That's a make.
Bro,
Hit the rim.
I hit the rim.
Bro,
Yo,
I see-
bad.
I see Meek play beer
I ain't
pong.
gonna cap.
I can imagine him shooting
Nah.
the 3.
Came home from, baby, how was
Nah,
your
I ain't gonna
game?
hold
hit
you.
the rim.
Me put all his energy into the takeoff.
Bro, and he dead
Nah,
ass
I
be
did.
making that sound, too.
Get
Nah.
the job of what he was doing.
Ran out of talent.
Was I supposed to do it again?
Nah.
Quick.
Yo, we ain't talking about me right now, though. We ain't talking about me right now. That's different. But Warriors in 6, clutch. We could get into
Let's
The
talk.
M-
Let's talk about that parade.
Wait, I got
Yeah, they were wild.
Clay was
yo,
wildin', bro.
Wildin'.
He
Yo.
had him done up.
Yo, that
Yo.
man, he from the rip, lost his championship and had it in the water. Gone. Gone. Trip and body some girl.
Word.
And look
like
at
a baby deer.
somebody wanting you don't remember when the Cavs won, Richard Jefferson and JR was wild?
Facts.
Always.
Oh, that
Now-
was no shirt, Jr.
Now, do we expect
Ever since he
anything
won-
else less from
Yeah.
JR now?
You know how he was.
You know how he was.
Jersey.
Shout out to Jr. Jersey.
Jersey,
JR.
yeah. Word.
Andrew Wiggins out there wilding too. You seen him at the club?
Bro, he
Yeah.
deserve it, man. He deserve it, man.
Andrew
That
Wiggins
man,
gonna get a bag,
man,
bro.
That man play hard.
He
Oh,
gonna get a
absolutely.
He
bag.
was definitely
Yeah.
the X factor of that series. in my
The
opinion.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, man.
The
He was
playoffs,
guarding the
he
best
was locking
players.
down the best player on
Mhm.
every series. And he was giving them buckets too.
Jump
at the
shot
same
look a
time.
little better with
So
3-point.
he was a number 1 in Minnesota, but that was he.
Yeah.
He was
But
a good
Minnesota
number,
fumbled
he
the
was really
bag.
number
Young.
2 in the playoffs for Golden State.
Oh, 100%.
So he put something. I think you put something in the chat, or was that somebody put something in the chat where Clay father said, "Shout out, the
that was me.
Timberwolves deserve
Yeah.
a ring because they passed on Clay
and
Curry.
Steph.
and they like
yeah.
went
And they
against Joe
traded
Johnson."
Wiggins.
They passed on Steph for Johnny Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wicked.
Look how that panned out.
Johnny
Yeah, but
Flynn-
I
Yeah,
ain't
we
like
can
Johnny
say
Flynn was
that
cooking.
Johnny Flynn was different, bro.
Yeah, he was.
No,
Coming
100%.
out of
Syracuse,
100%.
was nuts.
Who
Getting
would have
the
known
long
that
shorts,
Steph would have panned out
The
like
headband,
that?
crazy.
Deion Waiters game.
Word.
Yeah, it was
They had him
number
and D
4.
Brown at the
Wait, he
same
went
time.
4?
Wow.
Deion went what?
Deion went 3.
3.
Three.
Yep.
Dog.
Crazy, man.
6 man.
Yeah, off
Crazy.
the bench going wild in Syracuse.
Crazy.
Played them at the Dome too. My sophomore year we played them there. That
Yeah,
shit
before
was
y'all went to the
crazy.
Big Ten, right?
How was that zone?
That zone was
It's,
diff, bro.
it's mean. That
zone
joint,
is
that joint
crazy.
still. I mean, that was kind of.
It's watered down.
Ain't the same, ain't the
Nah,
same.
it ain't
It's
the
kind of
same.
like water. I would say it's kind of like.
Because the type of players change. Now
Yeah.
Great value.
you have guards like Jalen Green that if you run that zone on the line, will sit back here and shoot.
Yeah. It's not even that.
Yeah. It's just different.
They don't
It's
play with the
just
same
different.
intensity in
Yeah,
that,
they
do.
that zone
The
either.
concepts and all that
Mm-hmm.
seem a little bit different to me.
And then now people think they Steph Curry. Everybody want to just come down and just
Shoot
shoot
mad
threes.
Oh, let me ask you that. Since you're still an active player,
Right.
you got to play through the entire basketball transition as
Yeah.
far as
Word.
where now it's more of a shooter's game.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional big man is not really warranted on basketball
Right.
teams.
You need to stretch.
What are your
now.
thoughts on that?
I kind of like it, bro. To be honest with you, it kind
Like,
of.
the paint for you wise, like if you
What?
let's say like it opens with the paint for you, like
It opens. It's more space. You know,
Mhm.
it's more space for everybody, for the guards because everybody can step out, and it just basically. Everybody has to step their game up. You know, work on more than just what they're used to working on. You know, in the summers and stuff like that. So, I kind of like it a lot. It's better than just the traditional big where just sitting in the paint, you know, blocking shots, playing on the block, and it gives more space for the guards. So that's why I kind of like it more.
and that's I kind of figured that because I know you used to always want to get in your layup
Yeah,
bag.
layup bag.
Layup bag was crazy.
Layup back here and there. It's definitely easier now.
Yeah,
You still
Uh,
bouncy?
Nah.
knees is tapping.
Not my knees. Like I started losing some of my bounce when I had torn my Achilles in
Oh,
2017.
word.
But I still could get up there. But it's kind of different. But it's still there a little bit when I want it to be.
Gotcha,
when
gotcha.
when I'm stretched out the right way.
Yeah, man. Another thing we could mention since we're on basketball is the NBA lottery. Well, the NBA draft is tomorrow.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about this year's prospects? Number one is
You already know who's going number one.
I don't think he is, but
Pablo.
I don't think he is. Even though that's our boy, I don't think he's
Chat's not going number one. I don't know if you saw the report that
Yeah, I saw something come out today.
he's not releasing his medical forms. They think he has
What?
some kind of heart condition.
Oh, so number one is Jabari Smith.
I like that. He's
I feel like he's going
tough.
number
He's
one.
tough.
I feel like he's going number
They
one.
had
Jabari
him.
Smith
They
out of
had him at
Auburn.
number 4 earlier.
Well, this is like 2 hours ago.
Oh,
But
okay.
everybody's a little different though. ESPN's a little different. CBS.
What do you want?
This is
CBS.
Oh.
CBS.
I saw that on ESPN.
Yeah.
They got LeBron
But
James.
Chet fits.
You
Chet
think he
fits them because they like drafting players like.
Who?
OKC like drafting players like.
That's
like,
the problem.
like-
they got to step out
I
of
like
drafting
that.
players
They
like
They
that.
got Poku like that.
Giddy, right?
but it's OKC. They do that. We know that. They're gonna do something.
They gonna
They
go
got
Paulo.
Josh Giddey. What he like?
Yeah.
He
Josh
He's
Giddey like
tough.
6'7",
He's
6'8".
Yeah, but Giddey
That's a
is
young.
long.
I call him a young Nash.
Yeah.
He's tough.
That was crazy.
He got dropped to what number?
OKC trying to deal the draft
Three.
pick though.
They got him.
Yeah, yeah.
So you think it's gonna go the way they have it right now?
Like those three, I think is definitely probably going. Well, unless
From Purdue up there?
yeah, he's
Four.
number 4.
Okay.
Jaden's tough too.
He said he want to dunk on.
That's crazy.
Everybody want to dunk on LeBron.
That's crazy. But LeBron,
Why
it's
not?
easy.
If I ever got a shot,
Yeah,
I'd
but everybody
crank
else
on
is-
LeBron.
I mean,
That shot gonna be in section
AJ Griffin,
C,
they have him going 10. I'm
C357.
trying to name my name.
I like the boy from Iowa, Keegan Murray.
Keegan
Yeah,
Murray.
he was
Yeah, he
tough,
tough.
this year.
Yeah,
He real fundamental.
I like my man
Consistent.
from Kansas.
I like
Yeah.
him too,
What's his
yeah.
name?
I don't know how to say his name. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Go ahead. Attempted.
Abaji, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to see who else on here.
Remy Tough.
Who else? We got. It's a couple. Like, it's gonna be a couple
The
sleepers.
2 kids from North Carolina.
Love
Love and
guards.
Baycott. In
Baycott
What?
stayed, I think.
he did.
He's not in the draft on him.
I think he came out. I think he had
Um,
seen it.
No, I think.
I think he came back. because of the injury.
Bro, had like
Wendell
21.
Moore. There's a lot of Duke players. You know, I'm a Duke fan, so I'm
Yo, fingers crossed, but Harper Jr. Hopefully he get picked up by somebody.
Shout out to Ron Harper.
Yeah, word, Ron Harper.
That
Word,
boy's
shout out
tough,
to
man.
Ron.
Hopefully he get picked
Yo, it's
up.
crazy.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what's
tough,
crazy?
man.
Yo, when it's funny, I'm gonna say that live. So one day,
We're-
you know how we go to the no, I'm saying.
We're not live.
Oh nah, we are live. All right, so one day, so me, Almar, Monty, Aaron, we normally go to like all the high school games, right?
Yeah.
So we go to a game, and I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, he look mad familiar, right? And I'm like, where the hell is this kid from? Somehow I was on Instagram scrolling, and I see him pop up, whatever. I'm like, oh, that's the kid. That's the game. I click on his page, I see his mom, and I'm like,
Facts.
no
Yeah.
way.
They used to be at the
No
game.
way. I'm like, well, I never knew his name. Mind you, my aunt was an assistant coach too. Well, my cousin, I call my aunt. She was an assistant coach too. And I'm like, wow, this kid used to be watching us. He's been at practices, all like, yeah, it's crazy. So he literally witnessed PC too. Like he grew up around that.
Him and Dylan.
Yeah,
His
word.
brother.
They was like mad little though. It's crazy, bro.
Cause his mom used to help out with the girls.
Nah, she was an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Small world, bro.
Don't they work with the Sparks, right?
I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure, bro. But yeah, that was actually fire. Yeah, I really hope he get picked up though. For real.
Mhm.
And he was balling at Rutgers too.
Yeah, he was killing. He was killing.
Yeah.
All his
Him-
Bunch of
years.
big shots.
And
for
Paulie,
He got better every year.
Paulie,
My
yeah.
mans.
Yo,
Funny
shout out to
thing is,
Paulie, yo.
when I was at St. Anne's, my senior year, we used to do a camp, and he was young. He was younger than me. He used to be at all the St. Anne's camps. You know, just wanting to learn, like, yo, what can I do to get better? Like, this when he was probably like 5th grade.
Oh
It
wow.
was like, yeah, it was when he was younger. Yeah.
Crazy,
'Cause he
the
from
archives.
Bayonne. That's like right there.
Yeah,
So he used to come to the camps, and he used to just be like, just eager to get better, and just always listened, and was just always locked in. So
I mean, you
knew
see
he
what
was gonna
got him,
be good,
yeah.
But he caught a crazy growth spurt because he was. You wouldn't, if you would have saw him then, you wouldn't think he would have been that tall. But he caught a crazy growth spurt. He just kept getting better and better and better. So shout out to my man Paul.
yeah. Shout out to Paulie, headband
Yeah.
Paulie.
Got to play,
That's
see him play
crazy.
in high school. That boy different.
Yeah, word.
He's tough, bro.
Get
I
buckets.
saw. I said, oh, he's
And the confidence.
wildin'.
Yeah,
He confident as
vision.
bro.
Yeah, he's tough. So I think he can be. He can play at the next
Yeah,
level.
I
Him,
think
Ron
he
Harper too.
does,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
This year is gonna. If he has a breakout year this year,
Wait, I thought he. Oh no, he could come back because of the COVID
Paul?
year. Yeah, Paulie.
he wasn't a senior this year.
I thought he was.
Nah.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, what? No, but they all got another year though because
Yeah.
of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's fire.
That
But
extra year.
Rutgers is on the. Yo, like, are you ever gonna go back? Well, you be away. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
you be away.
While I'm away, I watch most of the games. Like I stay up as late as
Mhm.
I can and watch most of the games. But yeah, I want to get back to a game soon.
Yeah.
The last game I was at was in 2017. That was because I came home because I had got the injury. So I went to a game where they played Seton Hall at home. They ended up winning. That was a big win for them because Seton Hall was actually really good that year too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we gonna be traveling. You know us. So
Yeah, we all over.
Yeah.
You ever thought
we
about-
literally everywhere?
About life after basketball, going back to Rutgers and coaching and stuff like that.
I haven't thought about it like that, going back to coach, but I wouldn't mind doing that, or like, you know, be affiliated with them in, you know, some type of way, if that ends up happening.
Like if that door opens, yeah.
If that door opens.
Word.
Oh,
Word.
facts.
My man from St. Peter's, the one that got the
Yeah,
Seton Hall
he's a
job.
Seton Hall coach now.
Yeah, that's fire. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
so
fire.
you know, I'm still locked in with the coaches and stuff. So
Yeah,
if that time ever comes, then I'll be more than glad to go there and, you know.
that'd be
Yeah,
dope.
So it's always dope to
Yeah,
get back,
that'd be
bro.
dope. I already know-
Great basketball mind for sure.
Yeah,
Word.
appreciate
And you played overseas too, so that you could literally transition some of that
Exactly.
over here. So that'd be good on your resume.
that. Yeah, I got some knowledge to
Hey,
Yeah.
most people can't say they play for the best basketball coaches in Jersey.
Word.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Or
That's-
that too. It's crazy on the resume.
That's another reason why we went there, because, you know, it's nothing like playing for Bob Hurley with the
Mm.
information he got.
Yeah.
And I was a senior going into the next level, so, You know, he
Perfect
got
coach.
all the gems, so that was the perfect coach for me.
Gotta just be a sponge. So all that
Yeah,
is.
exactly. That's all I did was soak it in and just took it to the next level with me.
Got you. NBA wise, anybody had anything else for NBA that y'all wanted to mention?
Bradley Beal going to the Heat.
Oh my,
That would be tough.
God.
That would
Why
be
you
tough.
think everybody going to the Heat?
Bro, that's the report out right now. I'm
PJ
just
don't even
reading
want to
it.
be
Who
here.
reported it? You?
You know why? You know why PJ probably didn't want to be there? Cause Pat don't bullshit.
Who y'all giving up?
For who? For Brad?
Yeah.
They talking about
7
Tyler
picks.
Hero and
He said 7 picks.
Seven, 5 players and 2 picks.
nah. Pat ain't
Wow.
about that life. Pat is not doing that.
Pat getting older. Once you get older, you start losing your
Yeah.
noodle a little.
You saw what my man
When
just
you
said,
saw
to him,
Dave
right?
Get-
Trying to
Gettleman.
win now.
A lot changed.
You gotta make that choice.
Hey, we
Yeah.
one piece away. Not for nothing. We
Y'all gonna have to give up pieces for that one.
Yeah, they
piece.
give it one.
hey yo.
NFL news or any more NBA news that anybody got that they want
Gronk?
to share?
There's a little NFL
I just Gronk-
news. Gronk
He
retired.
retired.
Yeah, he retired.
Again.
Again,
Yeah.
Word again.
farewell, Spike.
Facts.
He say moving like Brett Favre.
What's the over under till he come back? What y'all think?
It's way under. Gronk ready
Nah,
to
he
go party.
under.
He's
He,
tweeted already. He's had him retired until Tom called me.
And Tom retweeted it and put "Welcome, come back."
He put the about the black dude calling the police.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, I see.
Yo,
that.
I like Tampa Tom Brady.
That's one of the reasons why Gronk actually
Drunk
went
Tom
down
Brady?
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Almost through the ocean, through
Yo.
the trophy of the ocean.
bruh,
Fuck it.
Imagine.
He got.
Fire.
I mean, he got
He
again.
could do that,
Throw
though.
as many as he want in that ocean.
for real.
That's facts.
He gonna say
Um,
something.
And then rest in peace to all the players that's been passing.
Facts,
NFL is
man.
crazy,
Facts.
man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in
I don't
peace
even
to
know
all.
what that's
Crazy,
about.
man.
It's been
It's-
crazy, bro.
Jalen
Two
Ferguson.
in the
is
past 2
big.
days.
Kalen, when I don't know how to pronounce his name. Caleb.
Oh, the basketball player
Yeah,
passed away
it's-
yesterday too. Caleb, Swingwan?
Swingman.
Oh,
Swingman?
Swanigan.
Yeah,
Swanigan.
Caleb Swanigan.
Yeah,
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
yeah,
Check out your
man.
people,
Everybody
man.
stay safe, please, man.
Stay
Life
safe.
is
Check out
short.
your peoples,
Enjoy
man.
it,
Keep
man.
your
Facts.
mental
Real.
health up.
I'm ready for the season. You know we got to be
We
outside.
everywhere.
we gonna
Literally,
be everywhere.
literally,
Literally
outside
everywhere.
everywhere.
From
gotta get some more
NFL to
basketball
college,
runs.
huh?
We gotta get some more basketball runs, man.
Yeah, nah, I know.
We got all this football going on, man. We got a lot of basketball players out there that want to see us on the sidelines, man.
Yeah, nah, we got
Not to
some,
play,
we got some,
Miles.
we got some
Oh,
media.
We out here interviewing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
Nah, we got some media
Networking.
passes
Word.
that I was able to
He was
get.
smiling. He wanted to play.
That's why I looked over there. I was like, not to play. We ain't,
I was-
ain't nobody trying to get 40 put on. Chill out, bro.
I mean, like a little 60 or
He gonna be
something.
like, I'm only gonna drop 40.
Chill
Like,
out. I'm only gonna drop 40 at
nah,
halftime,
that's one
dude.
thing I never heard him say. That I'm gonna drop this on something.
Shit.
Nah, he would not.
It just happens.
Literally, it just
That's how it's
happens.
supposed to be.
It just happens. I never heard. I'm gonna put 40 on him.
That's why I couldn't be a basketball player because I'd be
Yeah.
coming in with that energy every week. Well, if I know I could get 40 every week, 40.
Talking spicy.
Great. If it ain't 40, I ain't score, right, Al? You know the vibe.
Wipe my stats.
You gonna come across that one player that's gonna play you like Pat Bev.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
oh
That'd be
my-
the one game I ain't score. But all them other
And he
games,
playing in
ball.
low top Air Forces.
ball.
Nasty.
He better come to
Low-top
every
Air
game,
Forces.
Al.
The black
ball.
nasties. Yo, start bench cut. Ooh, y'all want to do it off? Y'all want to do it off the domes or y'all
All
want?
right, everybody got to come up with one real quick. Start bench cut.
Ooh.
Hey,
After-
everybody got to come up with one.
Jay, you forgot to bring Chris Paul.
Oh, word, Chris Paul.
Stop talking about Chris Paul.
Ow.
Hey,
My
hey.
pussy hurt.
I don't know
Me
how,
duele.
but the Mavs finessed getting Christian Wood, and that was OD because
Yeah,
the Rockets gave him away for a bag of chips. I don't even know what they was thinking.
but it's the Rockets. They have a sale every year. What you mean?
They do. But
Everything up for sale. Yeah.
It's a wholesale.
Man,
Literally.
they've been trying to
even had to make
wholesale
that
John
trade.
Wall for the longest. That contract OD.
You see what he just said, though, right?
47
For-
or
40,
43?
47.
42,
47.
I wanna be like
47.3.
Exercised it.
I almost passed out at work when I seen that number.
Bruh, he'd be a damn fool to turn that down.
Nah, I'm
Only thing
good.
I'm
Let me take that.
exercising is my bank account when that number
Bruh.
come through.
First of
That's
all,
crazy.
we got to blame the Wizards for that. That's the Wizards' fault. Gave them all that damn money.
They seen
Bro.
the potential. They seen the future.
They wanted
And he's
to
seen
lock
the
him.
exit.
Look,
Expeditiously.
look how that. Nah, not for nothing, but John Wall should be playing right now
He looked like he can
because
play.
he is in game shape, and all the players that was playing for the Rockets this season, he was giving all of them buckets in practice.
Bro, he's
So-
tough. Bro, he's still tough, bro. He's
Giving
still
all of them
tough.
buckets.
I think the Rockets just was just trying to trade him, so
Nah,
they kind of like
they-
shelf him up.
They wanna. They like how what they did with Al Horford.
Yeah,
The only
why
difference is John Wall got that big ass contract. Al Horford didn't.
not? Yeah,
So the
That's crazy.
OKC was able to shelf him and then trade him off. The Rockets, they have no choice but to just wait till his contract expires.
which is what next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phew.
Precisely.
And it's crazy because they just signed Christian Woods to a bag recently.
They've been shopping Kyrie too, right?
Mhm.
The Lakers are
Hey, did
interested
y'all
right
see the
now.
deal packages?
What's up?
That's
They-
wild.
they said-
yeah,
they said-
wilding with him.
Kyrie and Ben Simmons to
Simmons.
the Lakers
I don't like that.
for AD and Russ.
I didn't like that.
I actually kind of do.
I don't like that.
And then they were
I
saying,
don't like that.
It'll free up cap. The reason why they need to do something
they
like that, it's
doing
gonna
it for
free
the
up
cap.
cap space.
They doing it for the cap, but I don't.
Because
I
you
don't
can always
like
sign. You can always sign
don't like it.
a footer.
I don't like
The
that.
Lakers,
nah,
The Knicks are trying to shop Cam Reddish too.
I don't like that. I don't
They
like
just
that
got
at all.
him.
Yeah, like I don't like that.
Tibbs don't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
He
He
don't.
doesn't know what to do with
He
team.
got
don't know
moved
what to do
right
with
in the
his
bench.
team.
He
He
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
to
to do with his team.
That's facts.
That's the problem.
That's facts.
Tibbs, you wildin'.
yeah.
He tried to play all 12 players.
All game long.
Literally.
All game
Ah,
long. Something for the other team.
Hey, they also
My fault, Slim. You ain't had to defend this team today.
man, them
Yeah, I could-
bum Knicks, get them out of here, yo.
They stink.
Look, he was writing in the chat, Knicks tape, all that stuff. I knew they wasn't gonna make the
That next
playoffs.
tape ain't got no stickiness to it.
Damn, Slim
Nah,
can't
not for
defend his
nothing,
team
but
right now, yeah.
like you had said about Jimmy Butler, I don't think Randall could be a number one.
Yeah, nah. He's not built for number one.
At all.
He's not. Nah.
It's just a lot going on.
He has the talent, but mentally, he has too many late game lapses.
Yeah.
He has
And that
too
guard
many
that get into
selfish
his head.
tendencies, and it gets him caught up way too many times. He just be just fumbling the bag.
He think he LeBron now.
Word.
he be wildin'. He be wildin'.
I don't know who he
He's
think
had
he
his
is.
moments, so I understand why, and he is the number one option with a
You
green
gotta do
light.
that
But
consistently.
Yeah,
Facts.
to be wildin' like that. And
1 year.
yeah,
1.5
yeah,
years.
yeah. You can't.
and he got
And
most
now,
improved,
fuck.
right? And then just completely fell off.
got the bag and was like, all right, I'm gonna just chill here.
I'm
I
gonna go
like
to New York.
But not for nothing. They rotation and their roster has been kind of.
Yeah, shaky.
I mean, he is playing with the Knicks. You know, once you leave the Knicks, you start to develop a little bit better and play smarter a little bit.
But you know what? The Knicks, or Tibbs specifically, is a defensive coach, known always.
Yeah,
And
no,
the
I
Knicks
agree.
defensively this year was sketchy as hell.
They also got a lot of young players that probably ain't buying into what Tibbs laying down.
No, he rotate them too much. That's the problem. The-
You don't
the-
get no
the rotation
consistent.
is too
You don't get no
big.
consistent runs because
Gotta play
again, the
everybody.
rotations is deep. I'm not
And
gonna
I-
really want to buy into what you're saying because I ain't gonna be out there long enough to actually do what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna get 2 minutes to get subbed out.
Or I might not even play today. Like you just traded for me and I ain't
I
playing
mean,
too much.
case in point, Kemba Walker. That whole situation over there was a complete
It was
shit show.
it was like icy hot. At
Bro,
one
they
point
think
they was
Kemba
loving
good.
this
Kemba
man.
loving it.
In
too.
New York is crazy.
Word.
It was icy hot because at one point they was loving that man. Then he got cold out of nowhere. Then they
Uh-huh.
started loving him again. It's
I mean,
weird
he
vibes.
was.
Then everybody got hurt, so go ahead, Kimba. Go.
Yeah, like,
Like,
Word.
what?
I mean, at that point,
Crazy.
bro, COVID,
Word.
injuries. He was down to his last. He was all right, man. Fuck it, yeah.
Word.
Go crazy.
And it's crazy because
Do what you want.
Kimba was the best
We
player on the
know-
team.
You know he could go crazy.
Yeah, he's-
do what you want, bro.
But defensively, he's a liability. So
Yeah.
I understand that.
But that's
But-
why but like you said, I'm a good defensive coach. I can hide that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. He got-
So
Yeah.
why wasn't he able to hide that as much? Is the problem.
Hey, they was able to do it before with Steph Curry, but Steph Curry got his defense up now.
He did.
Yeah.
He got his
Word.
defense. He got his strength up.
Word. My boy.
I see.
Nah.
You
That's
seen
my
it in
boy.
that
You
Kemba,
like-
finals.
Kemba got
You know
get
that's
his,
my boy.
gotta get his muscles up.
You
or
know the
something,
chef,
'cause
my
he
boy.
little. He
You
got.
know that.
I don't know.
Well,
Something got to happen.
start bench cut.
I'm gonna
Anybody
go,
has something?
I'll go first. I'm gonna do a legendary one.
Right now,
I'm gonna do a legendary first.
Are you gonna do legendary?
All right, so we're gonna do shooters.
Let me write mine down before I forget. Hold
Steph, Ray, or Reggie. For the last shot, who you got?
For the last shot?
But I thought you said start bench cut. I was
Yeah.
Last shot.
Last shot, I'm taking Ray.
Yeah, I'm taking Ray.
Oh my gosh, he saved the heat now.
Oh, you mind your business.
Call
You
me
mind your
crazy,
business.
but I'm taking the chef.
Steph
You
Curry.
gotta
Steph
show
Curry.
me that, bro. He be shaky when it's that
I
last
know,
shot,
I know,
bro,
but I'm
gotta give it
calling
to
the
Ray
chef.
Allen, bro. Ray Allen.
Yeah.
People won't call me
Ray
crazy,
Allen.
but going with the chef though.
You gonna start
Even
Ray?
though Ray is crazy. Ray was crazy.
You gonna
about
start
the next
Jesus? I know that's why I did legends to make it a little tougher.
See, the
Start
thing
who I'm
about Ray,
benching.
bro.
I'm gonna start.
Ray
start
was
Curry.
different because Ray had the shooting capacity like Steph Curry, but
But I
then he
can't
could take
really-
it to the
I can't
basket.
even
and
cut-
flush
A
out
lot of
you
people
OD.
don't remember Young Ray
can't.
was different.
Nah, he used to. Yeah, he used
Young,
to.
young
Oh,
Jesus
yeah,
Shuttleworth.
Bounce crazy.
Jesus
But you
Shuttleworth?
said Ray though.
Huh?
You just said Ray.
Cavs
Shut
strong
up.
as shit.
Shut up.
Because Ray ain't really had a 3-ball when he first came in the league like that.
Shut up.
That's when players understood having a second life.
Word.
It don't matter. I just said Ray, period.
All them,
Yeah.
all the shooters,
VC.
Chauncey Billups too.
Nah,
But
he's
nah,
talking
but
about
Chauncey-
high flyers.
Oh, high flyers.
All the
yeah,
people
yeah.
that like those are people that started off like Blake Griffin.
Nah.
high fly.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
Nah,
I know
with
what
the
you want.
Nets.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
Vince
yeah,
Carter,
This shit was
high
crazy.
flyers.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
No, Vince Carter wasn't a high fly. He was a scout taker.
Yo.
He was a scout taker. He had to dunk up,
He
bro.
was
That
nuts.
was 7'6" like that.
He was nuts.
Bruh, different.
Like what, bro? Him and T-Mac was most
Crazy.
disrespectful dunkers I've ever seen like that.
Cousins.
Facts.
They had him on the same team at one point, which is just nuts, bro.
All right, I got one right now. So I got Andre Johnson. This is start bench cut. Andre Johnson, Calvin Johnson, Jerry Rice. I'm going crazy.
I just had to breathe for that one. That's a good one.
Who was the last one you said?
The
Jerry Rice.
sweetness, the greatness.
Start bench cut.
I'm sorry, Megatron.
AJ getting cut.
I'm benching Jerry.
You said AJ getting
No.
cut?
Not AJ. Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson.
Who else?
Andre Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. And Jerry Rice.
I get what you said with AJ.
Yeah.
No,
nah.
with him. I get what you're saying,
I get
but-
what you're saying. Nah, I get what you're saying, but
Nobody don't call him AJ.
Yeah.
Miss something?
No, but nobody
Nobody
calls him,
calls him
Andre
AJ.
Johnson, AJ. Nah.
yeah, but nobody calls him AJ.
I mean, I just said
He
his
thought
initials.
he thought you was calling him AJ Brown
Green or AJ, yeah, something like that. I'm like, huh?
Y'all some meatheads.
Nah, just nobody calls him AJ.
AJ, where else I with nobody?
My fault.
My man gave him his own nickname.
That's tough though. That's tougher than people think.
Yeah, it is.
But
It
I'm
is.
definitely not cutting Jerry Rice though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, nah, you can't cut Jerry.
it's tough between I'm keeping Megatron though.
Let's do Rutgers guards.
Oh.
Myles, Corey Booker, and Harper.
And who?
Harper.
No.
Harper?
Eli.
Yeah, Eli was a guard there. Or you could do Mike Rosario, whoever, it doesn't matter.
I already know who I'm starting, but I don't know who
Yeah.
I'm cutting.
Hold on. So if we're gonna do Miles,
Nah, that's gonna be.
He said, "No, we ain't doing that." He said, "Oh,
I'm
yeah,
starting him. Oh, Flip, I'm starting Miles.
I mean, we all gotta start Miles.
Yeah, Eli Carter might come off the bench. I'm gonna cut the other one.
Yeah.
But
Yo, y'all ain't answer mine though.
I did.
Oh, you did. Hold on, what you say,
Jerry-
Mizzy?
I'm starting Jerry Rice.
Uh-huh. Damn, this one tough right here. You gotta.
It's all about what you
yo,
want.
Andre
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Andre was a demon,
he
bro.
was. But I'm going,
And
I'm
Andre
going
give you
Megatron.
them hands too if you disrespect
But
him. on the
Megatron
field.
was nuts though. He could catch a ball with 6
Yeah.
people.
Bench Megatron. and
Yeah, you
cut.
got
Yeah.
to only because like you can legit throw 3 people out there to guard Megatron,
And they still can't
gonna
guard.
lose. I used to see 3 people at the line of scrimmage guard
That's
this
a picture
man.
of Megatron over like 3 people like this, bro.
Chico.
It's just catching the ball, bro.
Illegal 6'5" running a 4.2. Why? Just why?
Diff.
Jump out the gym. Jump in
Moody,
with
you got
LeBron.
one? Start bench cut?
He about to do an all Miami one.
Tell her.
Who y'all got? Pat Riley in 08, Pat Riley in 12, Pat Riley in 10. Which one?
Pat Riley and Ted. Yo, my man was on a press conference recently, and they said, Pat, you getting old. He said, come do some push-ups. I'll do more push-ups than you.
Oh, indeed.
Bro about to be like, who y'all got?
Pat off the
Mario
Viagra.
Chalmers.
Hey, yo.
You about to be like, who y'all got? Mario Chalmers. Udonis Haslem.
Shane Batty.
Chill.
Let's throw a tweak in there. Steve Nash, my other team.
Norris
Hold on, I
Cole,
got
Norris Cole is a goat.
At
Norris
what?
Cole, Mario Chalmers.
Hey, we ain't doing that. It's Duke
Vincent.
Nation.
Yeah. All right. Start, bitch, cut. Heat, Suns, Nuggets.
Cut all three.
Yawn. The Nuggets getting cut.
Really?
Yeah.
Cut your Nuggets.
I'm starting the Heat. I'm benching the Suns, cutting the Nuggets.
I like that other way.
Starting the Suns?
I said I like the way you said, but
Oh.
if I would probably do the other way too. With
The
Suns.
reverse way.
Yeah, Suns.
Yeah.
Start the Suns bench.
Now, if it's the Nuggets with Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray,
God. Here
We
you
just
go.
said the
I'm
period.
still cutting them.
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
He said I'm still playing.
It's a better squad, but
One team, your other team was like, yo, I wish we had a second chance at 7 games to play again.
yo,
Bro.
That
haters
was
gonna
the
hate,
softest shit
but
I've
we
ever
out
heard.
here. Just know that
Yeah, out of the playoffs.
it is what it is. Due to injuries, I'm jacking that.
Wow.
Injury.
Okay.
Bruh, Tyler Hero, who averages 20
Oh,
points a
gosh.
game, did not play.
Excuse me, I wasn't talking about that bum team.
Miles, as a basketball player, how hard is it to
Here
make
you
up
go.
20 points a game?
No one was referring to the Heat. We were referring to the Suns.
They
and, how
were
they,
injured too.
and how they wanted to run it back after
My
getting
heart-
sent home early. Real early.
Listen,
Yo.
the Heat tough, right?
Luka
The Heat tough,
Doncic
right?
is a problem.
Yeah, I
No
have
one
no-
can guard him.
You know
And
what
now
else
they got
is
Christian Wood.
You know what else is the problem? Y'all help defense. That's the real problem.
There's no such thing
The
as help
problem
defense.
was
I know, because I ain't have no help for
cardio
Luka.
PJ. That was the problem.
Why?
Cardio.
And the flyest kicks, you heard?
Changing them at
Drip.
He said,
Bro, that's probably got to be
Cut.
the greatest thing.
he said cut.
Changing the whole uniform at halftime. I've played against a team that did
Yo,
that.
PJ's a difference
Nah,
maker.
you used to change your kick
Sometimes.
sometimes.
I used to change my
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to change my shoes at halftime in college.
Ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
If I'm
Nah.
playing
This
bad
man
in the
locker
first
used to
half
look
and some
crazy.
shit, taking them right off.
Oh
Word.
nah, I used to change my kicks if my feet hurt or something. You had
Yeah, that's some
Superstition?
basketball.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bro, I had a team switch the whole uniforms.
So
up
if you
on
play
us.
good in some kicks, you wear them drinks till you play
Nah.
bad.
Oh, facts. That's facts.
Now you had to see his locker though. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah,
I wish I had a picture of that shit. That shit look crazy.
Forget the locker.
Yo,
House.
could you imagine
Nah, you had to see his
you being in
college
high
locker,
school back
bro.
in the day
His
with
kicks
how
was
it is
crazy.
now, how you
Shit
can
was
make money
ridiculous.
off of your likeness and
it's
shit
crazy.
like that?
Yeah, NILs would be crazy.
It's like that
bro.
for high school and college. Like, couple
Could you
years
imagine?
removed.
Crazy,
I
bro.
couldn't honestly. That's.
Game was,
But I'm glad they did it because
yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was long
too-
overdue,
It was
bro.
way overdue. Too much money.
They was-
the
they
athletes
was getting
bring in
over,
that
bro.
They don't, get reimbursed.
That's the
for.
craziest thing. How much money the athletes bring in, and they
Bro.
literally don't be
And
kicking
the
shit
excuse is
back.
always, you get, free scholarship.
Yeah,
It
It's
ain't
not like the
free.
school paying for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? There's donors and stuff that pay for it.
When he was in school, off his jersey alone.
bro.
Jimmer?
Jimmer was crazy.
BYU that year for their jersey sales, it went up by like 10,000%.
Yeah,
Nobody's
it's-
fucking bought a BYU jersey.
Exactly.
Nobody
Everybody-
bought one
Jimmer.
after.
Where can you feel like nobody probably could have found a BYU jersey? back
Word.
then.
Facts.
Not even a.
Produced
Yeah.
with the number and that shit sold out and it made the school mad money.
He get no bread off of
What?
that.
No, bro.
Just imagine what
Big
Reggie Bush
Gucci.
was supposed to see.
Yeah.
Just imagine what Reggie Bush was supposed to see.
Facts.
Crazy.
Mad these athletes.
Full of
Oh,
money,
dude.
basically.
Oh, dude.
Nah, a lot of players, even Johnny Manziel and shit like,
Yeah,
they was
Johnny
fucking
Manziel.
Yo, you see what-
superstars in college. They
you see
would
what,
have bread.
Y'all see what the Texas
Johnny
quarterback and
Manziel
running back
didn't
and
need
wide
no
receiver
money. He
signed
was
for?
good.
Then
They signed for $8 million to play Fortnite.
who?
The University of Texas, Ewan Myers and Xavier Robinson, the wide receivers, not Robinson, Worthy, signed $8 million to play Fortnite all day.
For how
Yeah.
long?
No, that's the NIL deal.
Fortnite all day?
Fortnite. Yeah.
Wow.
Fortnite's paying them $8 million.
They eyes gonna hurt.
Hey, not for nothing, but these e-gamers and stuff, like that they have these D1 universities, their shit is crazy.
That's crazy.
They set up I saw Michigan's crazy.
Esports is
My
definitely
school had the first
getting
D1
big.
esports team in the region.
Word.
That's crazy.
LIU.
It's tough.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely
Bro, that's where the money's at.
Word.
You got. There's a kid right now who's signed by a FaZe, who's one of the biggest major e-gaming companies, but he's 7 years old, 6 years old.
crazy.
I think he got signed probably at like age 5 or something like that.
That's crazy.
But like you see him play on YouTube and shit like that, bro. This dude plays like
that.
he an adult,
Yeah.
rocking everybody. But you hear him talk, I downed them. You like, damn, that's crazy. A little 5-year-old, but bro, it's him and his dad playing.
That's
They making
crazy.
bread off of that.
Facts.
Making
The game's
stupid bread.
different now, man.
Look, and our parents said back in the day, you can't make no money off of video games.
Word.
Look.
Go outside. Go play
Look.
with your friends.
look how that backfired.
Yeah, quick.
All right, y'all.
Sounds like an episode.
Let's wrap up another episode of Putting Up Points.
Yes, sir.
Mizzy, drop your handles so that the people can follow you.
Yes, sir.
My Instagram is BPF_L1. My Twitter is only one Miles, and
Facebook.
Facebook Myles Mack. That's it really.
Yeah,
You want to link
man.
a highlight tape or something? We got
Appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Y'all ready, bro?
Always
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
having me.
Always.
Yes,
Anytime,
sir.
bro.
My boy,
Appreciate you.
Weezy out of here.
Yes, sir.
That shit probably like 2 hours.